Oh, well then that'll be fine. Get your rug munching ass back in here. And when you say she gets pervy, do you mean like as bad as us, or she thinks she's being pervy until I show up? She has a penis? Well, that answers my question for earlier. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that group even exists. I think he was on. I think he was on holiday last week. But
Don't is that the podcast where it's streaming? The link?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ares and I
just
both
curious.
are streaming it. Did I tag Ares in my top? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second episode. Okay, today, obviously, we have Rawg and Ares. The reason why we are a couple days late is Ares decided to break internet in Ireland.
yeah, I upgraded from breaking games.
And so he had some technical issues, and yeah, here we are. Hope you have a wonderful. Thanks for stopping in, Fire Hugger. I'll see you when you get back. Um, But oh shit, I forgot to do stuff, guys. People are gonna be mean to me. I need to do stuff. Creator dashboard. uh, so that's why we are a couple days late. We are joined today by Scaly and Retza because, well, they're cool as people that we just talked to. And Retza here actually asked a very important question that we really didn't discuss the first episode because we were just so excited about the Wankmaster 3000.
Yes.
So, Retza, would you like to ask that question again?
Like, what's a spit roast?
Well, there's two answers to this.
Hmm.
I'll let Ares take the bad one. I'll take the good one. A spit roast is where you take like a spit, like a roasting spit, right? You take it out, put it over a fire, and you cook, well, whatever meat you stick on it. Now, Ares, tell her what it actually means.
Well, what it actually means
Actually-
is when you have really heated debates to the point where you get so boiled it just boils the spit in your mouth.
That is
that's
not what it
not.
is.
Suck
Liar.
it. Trying to fucking pin me into a corner.
Okay.
Suck it.
Fine. I will take the bad one since Ares is gonna chicken out.
Oh no, I was
When
gonna.
two guys.
I was gonna do it afterwards. I just want to do that as a joke.
Okay, have you heard of the Eiffel Tower? Two guys and a girl?
Kinda.
Do you know what
Like,
it
I
is?
don't-
Oh, is this the one where the girl's friend just gives up halfway through because it gets too confrontational?
Perhaps, but no. An Eiffel Tower is
Yeah.
like where there's two dudes and a chick in the middle. One's getting her from behind, the other one's got a dick in her mouth, and they're high-fiving over her back.
It's like two.
Oh,
It's like two.
yeah, I see it.
Yep, so that's the Eiffel Tower. And
It's
the
like-
spit roast is
It's like two girls, one cup, but replace the girls with guys and the cup with a girl.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's accurate.
It is in Japan.
thanks, Hall.
I do not want to go to Japan.
Oh yeah, Scaly's here. Hey, I forgot you were here.
Yeah, Scaly, why didn't you want to answer that on spit roast?
Yeah, what the hell, Scaly?
Because I'm an innocent woman.
No, you're not.
Owie! Stop it! Stop it.
Stop what? I'm not doing anything.
I said owie.
Is your name
he-
Howie
he-
Mandela?
He's giving me
Yes, it is
biddies.
now.
Thank you for the biddies, you turd.
I'm
Stop taking down my
officially
landmarks
renaming
and
my
Monopoly Go.
surname as Howie
I will get you back.
Mandela.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I call him. I don't actually know anything about him.
I've known him since I was 4.
I think there's like a football player named Howie Mandel or something. So.
Oh
this
yeah,
guy's
that.
name's
Well, no, I don't think
Howie
it's. Did you
Mandela.
say Howie Mandel's a football player?
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. Might be an actor, could be a
Google it.
football player.
Google it.
Wait,
Google
Nelson
Howie
Mandela?
Mandel.
Wait a minute, Howie Mendel?
Yeah.
Yeah, the,
Pronounced?
Is
Also-
he,
Yeah, I
is
know.
he,
Isn't he a judge on like
American.
Got Talent or
Got-
something?
Yes.
Oh, wait, he is? Oh,
Yes, he
shit.
is.
I thought he was. Wait.
Also,
He's
is
good.
he,
somehow Ari is always mentioned during Spit Roast as well.
Well,
is he by any chance
He's a
related to
comedian.
Nelson Mandela, the former
no,
president of South Africa?
no.
Wait, is he also? Wait, this guy's a judge, a comedian, and a football player?
And a comedian.
I don't
Apparently
think
the
he's a
Hall
football
Gaming.
player. He's too tiny.
Yeah, he's
Wait.
not a football player.
Wait, so like, what is he really then? I don't know. I just assumed he was a.
He is a judge on America's Got Talent.
Oh,
All I know is that he's Canadian. That's all I know.
why did I think he was a football player?
No idea.
I don't know. I'm probably thinking of something else.
Because he,
Hey!
because he spends a lot of time on the floor crying.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in like I
I
don't
watch
know,
YouTube.
10 or 12 years.
But
I don't watch
technically,
that garbage.
I haven't watched TV in years because I'm using monitors, not a TV.
Ha 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 ha. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold
Okay,
on.
Goofy.
Hey, this is Disney. We're gonna have to charge you for using Goofy.
Isn't he in the public domain?
Not yet.
I thought he was. I thought like he was in the public domain a while, but oh no, wait, that was like Winnie the Pooh or something that's like in the public domain.
Yes, because Winnie the Pooh can now isn't Winnie. There's like scary movies now being made.
That movie was not scary. That movie was retarded.
Oh, that's sad. I actually want a legit scary movie of Winnie the Pooh.
Like
I
Winnie
just-
the Pooh, like
I just want a legit
all
scary
babies.
movie.
Winnie and Mickey. Okay.
I
Paul's
saw
saying Winnie and
a
Mickey.
really a really creative horror drawing on Winnie the Pooh and like the cast of characters and like Tiger, Tiger, whatever his name is pronounced. He was like a kid but hopping on one leg because he was missing the other leg. Like it was like the way the artist created it. It was like very creatively disturbing.
Like the
But
Brothers
you
Grimm.
gotta give them props because all the characters made sense.
That's the story to Tigger.
Yeah.
Like
I can't
he
remember the other
he
ones.
actually had one leg and that's why he hopped everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, I do not remember that whenever I was a kid, but I don't remember a
Well,
lot of
it's
things
like
from
it
whenever
was
I
an
was a kid.
artist's interpretation of it, so
Yeah, and you've got both your legs, so you wouldn't have been hopping that much.
I doubled up.
a lot of Disney stuff is dark actually.
Yeah, I knew like the Lion King was like
Yeah.
they were just preventing the hyenas from eating and
Because-
made them live in a really fucked up place.
Yeah.
So
Because, and this is going to hurt so many people, and to be frank, I don't give a shit. None of Disney stuff is original. It's all stolen.
yeah, a lot of it's from the Brothers Grimm, I think. Those
Brothers Grimm wasn't even the
Grimm
original.
brothers.
They weren't even the originals for it
I have
either.
that book.
Oh,
I have that book, so
I don't know. I heard
love
that.
everything horror.
Yeah, I do too. I thought the Brothers Grimm wrote like a lot of the stories that Disney ends up using.
Aries, watch yourself. Hall's over here. Going, watch it, Aries.
It's actually extremely difficult to find the originals. I think it was like 200 years before the Brothers Grimm is the oldest recounting of those stories.
Nice. I did not know that.
Hall's feeding my pussy. Just
And if
kidding.
Disney has a problem, they can Disney these nuts.
I'm pretty sure Mickey Mouse was made by Disney though, wasn't it?
The what?
What?
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Mickey Mouse is made by Disney.
Well,
No comment.
technically, I mean, it is half the symbol for the Olympics. 3 circles.
Wait, when was the Olympics founded?
Like
my
in
God,
the
we're-
Greek times.
When was Greek still
Google.
popular?
Yeah, like that was
When
before the
was
Romans.
the first
The
Olympic?
Olympic first started in 766 BC.
1896.
Oh,
One
Games
says
of the first-
1896, the other one says 700 and something.
Let's see. A regatta of sailing
776.
boats was on the program of the games of the first Olympiad for March 31st, 1896.
I feel like the Greeks might have been ruling the world over there before 1896.
Well,
but...
this was the first modern Olympic Games.
Okay, well,
this is the,
we was
this is
referring to the
ancient
original.
Olympic Games.
Oh, pff,
I can tell you with the originals that the people had to run across the country with the flame in their hand to light the fire. They did some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
All I know is gay history. All I know is gay history facts, so I just know all the gay history from Greece.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
That's
think the Greeks
awesome.
were very gay people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was.
Okay,
was
have
very
fun,
gay.
Hall.
I think the Romans were too.
Well, I mean, there was a reason why olive oil was popular.
I mean, Romans were probably gay because they were against Christianity.
I mean, there was a reason why the 300 Spartans could take on so many men.
Then why did they hang Jesus on a cross, Scaly?
Because they were against Christianity.
But he was a Jew.
Yeah, and a lot of people
Yeah.
think he's white.
Well, I did fail religious studies, so
Hey, at least you showed up for the test. I fell asleep.
I don't know.
that's because I didn't rate anything.
Wait a minute. Didn't the Romans speak like the Holy Roman Empire? Like, didn't they become Christian at some point?
The
Yeah.
Holy Roman Empire became after the original Roman Empire. In fact, that wasn't really even a Roman Empire because it was nowhere near Rome.
Oh, well, yeah,
I
they
feel
did
like I
spread
need
out.
to rewatch that video. I need to rewatch that video, like the entire
mean-
history of the world, I guess.
You mean
again,
Bill
just
Words?
to-
Yes.
World history,
yes.
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
they shoved the entirety of the world history into like one movie?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a
it's
movie.
like a
It's a.
15-minute video.
Yeah, it's called Hitchhiker's Guide to the
15-minute
Galaxy.
video of the world's history crammed into 15 minutes. Wow. God damn, how far back does it go?
Since the
I'll
beginning
send you
of
the link.
the universe itself.
All the way, all the way. Come on now. It goes all the way.
Yeah, and then after you watch all the history lessons, have a look on Google Maps to see what those areas look like now. That battlefield still kind of upsets me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Nagasaki and Hiroshima still look like a giant crater.
Wait, they do? I figured they rebuilt by now.
Yeah, Hiroshima's rebuilt.
I
They
don't
look
know.
like
I
a
haven't been to Japan. I haven't been to those cities or where those cities used to be, it
With
sounds like.
We need the Japanese side on this.
the bomb didn't
Oh,
go.
I'm pretty sure they're
One
upset
of-
about it.
No, there's
One of the
I'm pretty
city
sure
has
they're
been
upset about it
rebuilt,
too.
and
There's-
is significant as a spiritual center
there's
for movements to ban
the-
nuclear weapons.
the nuke that got dropped. There's 3 different ways to detonate it. The one that they got hit with didn't radiate the area. If it landed on the ground and detonated, it would have radiated the area. It detonated in the atmosphere, so it couldn't soak up into the ground and damage the area. So they were able to rebuild there.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I knew if you detonate a nuke in air, like in midair or whatever, it doesn't,
I did not know this.
I'm
it
just
doesn't,
imagining
like,
Japan.
irradiate the area.
Learning
Yeah.
new things every day. See,
Why
look at
do I
what
pick
Spitroast
like-
brings you. We got
the-
world history.
Yeah, with the ground level, it's basically radiates the entire area. I can't remember the actual distance, but the step above that, it's basically like a sphere. It won't radiate the area if it's above a certain height, and above that is where they do the EMP shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if a nuclear weapon is detonated, like, high up in the atmosphere, it won't leave any kind of, like, it won't, soak the area that it detonated over with radiation, but it does, like, kinda send out an EMP, which fries all electronics.
Yeah, and the one that they got hit with was between the radiation and the EMP area.
Yeah, it was
got nerdy real fast.
probably.
I know.
Why
What are you
right?
talking about,
Why-
nerdy? Me and you was watching anime until like 1 a.m. last night.
Why do I imagine Japan?
Well, it depends
secretly
on what
building
type of
an
anime, if
episode
that was
of
nerdy or
Super
not.
Nuke Just
just
to use
saying.
against the US.
I mean, we just were talking about how raunchy anime can be.
Yeah, like Goblin Slayer and Bible Black and
Elfin
You
lied.
think anime is raunchy? You should watch hentai. That's raunchy as hell.
So it's like, guy
you know,
who's
I'm
like
glad we
something
got like a professional hentai connoisseur in here with us.
professional hentai connoisseur.
I mean, I
Yeah.
see him all the time on Steam playing like those hentai games, and yeah, he's like a man. I bet he's beat all of them. He's probably got all the achievements for all of them too.
Oh no, I think those sushi chefs would be better. It's just anytime you go into their cafes or bars or whatever, it's just tentacles everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to Japanese restaurants. I order out. I like the noodles, but I don't want to have to deal with the tentacles.
I like it when the tentacles come to me.
What kind of restaurants are you going to?
Damn, Rawg, I want to know about these.
Ares is over here talking about it. I'm just saying I'd
Rawg,
prefer
Rawg,
to
you
order
need
out
me-
so I can get the noodles.
Rawg, I need to visit you in Vermont so I can go to these
Ugh.
freaking
Oh, that's
hentai.
where I'm at this That's where I'm at this week, everyone. I live in Vermont now.
They're waiting for
Because-
CSGO to add the hentai
Because she
tentacles.
doesn't know where I live, so I'm just living in all these backwood states.
I knew where he lived, or I did at one
You know
point,
where
and I
Rawg-
totally forgot.
Rawg
I
lives?
forgot.
Well, last week it was fucking Louisiana.
Louisiana.
So
It is funny because
No,
I'm the
Rawg-
only one who can find out, and I refuse to do it.
thank you.
No,
So I'm
no,
just sitting here and guessing. I'll get it. I know he's
With
in my
me.
time zone. That's it.
Rawg
He's-
That's a
clearly
lot
lives
of
with me.
territory in the time
That is a
zone.
lot of territory. Hey. It just means we
I
have to do
might
enough
be-
of these spit roast episodes and to let me get all of them.
Yeah,
I
be
might
like,
be Canadian.
like
You
next
are not
episode.
Canadian.
Next
I
episode,
know you're not
GeoGuessr.
Canadian.
Well, I don't know what to say. Like, I only know like Canadian history, and I know like a little bit about American history, but not enough as a normal American, I guess. So I'm kind of lost sometimes.
No, that's fine. I'm always lost, and I'm American.
Being a
Maybe
native,
that. I think being lost is part of being American.
And to be
being
fair,
a native Canadian. Do you think I'm from Canada?
Canadian.
Yes, I do.
do you think Rog is a follow rockologist?
Canada. The fact that he calls it Canada. Yes, you are totally Canadian.
Do you think Rawg is
I
a
don't
god?
think it is. Like, I
Mm.
don't know, but a lot of beer is Canadian, so.
Wait, do
at
you
least
think
here
I'm
there
from?
is.
Do you think I'm from Canada?
Redza.
Like,
Canada?
Redza, do you
Redza,
think
Canada?
do
knowing
you think
me. Yeah. Do you think I'm from your country?
Me?
Do you think I'm from your
Yes.
country? Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I
That rolls
told you.
Canada out.
I know. I knew you were
Everything.
Canadian.
Well,
I knew
now we just
that
need to
already. Thank you very much.
now we just need to find a Mexican.
He is not Mexican. He is not Mexican.
Yeah, I could be Spanish. You don't know.
We just need to get.
I think he told me before that you lived in the U.S. sometime before. I don't know when, but I think he told me that.
Yeah, I did. Probably. I definitely live somewhere in North America.
Like, we just need to randomly invade other people's VCs. Like, do you think Rog is from your country? Bye.
Oh my god, like those two people randomly raided all of our VCs, asking us, do you know of 3 countries that are not the United States? And it's just
Stop.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
They ask,
look out your fucking window.
Like that.
they
no.
ask us. They jumped in with me on Pirate. They asked us if we knew or to name 5 European countries. So I started naming 5 countries from Europe, and then they stopped me like once I get to like the 4th country, and they're like, "Wait, England's not part of Europe," and I'm like, "Well,
The
last time
fuck?
I looked at a map, it was."
It's
I
not
don't know
anymore.
what the fuck. Well, no,
What?
they
Well,
didn't.
no,
But they
it's-
didn't
it-
ask. They didn't
it's-
ask me about the European Union. They said in Europe.
Oh yeah, no.
And I was like, well, it's not my fault that you asked the question the wrong way. So they tried to troll me and ended up looking really stupid.
Yeah, no. England's completely cut off from Europe now.
No, wait, are they?
That was the whole
No,
Brexit
that's
shit.
No,
Wait,
that's
did you
the
guys like
European
dig a?
Union.
Oh my god,
did
we're
you
getting
guys,
into
like-
geography.
Did you
No,
guys
that's
like
we need
take
a
a?
geography lesson.
Wait,
No,
hold
I
on.
need
It's
more
the
alcohol for
European
this. I'm
Union.
already out of my German beer.
England's not part of Europe anymore. Like you guys
No,
dug a trench around it
physically.
or something.
No,
Yeah, like-
physically, we're still part of the European continent.
Okay, well
but
that's
we're
what
not
they were
part of the
asking.
European Union.
Canada
Yeah.
got its independence of the British later than the U.S.
Well, no,
And
that's
it was
what.
like in the 1900s. I can't remember.
I
when
feel like I should be
exactly.
taking notes, guys. Like I'm in
Well-
class. I
well,
need to
like,
be taking notes on this
No,
shit.
these
That's a lot of
two
effort.
idiots. These two idiots didn't ask me about the
Ad
EU.
starting in 50 seconds,
They
guys.
asked me about like they told me that England wasn't part of Europe, and I'm like, well, and they told me to
Yes, it
name.
is.
They asked me to name 5 European countries, so I started naming them, and then they stopped me before I got to the 5th one and was like, "No, England's not part of Europe," and I'm like, "Yes, it
Hi,
is."
Pirate.
Hey, Barrett.
Welcome to the
Hey.
shit. Or spit roast. Sorry, I was
Hey,
gonna
we
say
were
shit
just
show.
talking about pirate.
You can't say shit. What the fuck?
Oh, guys!
Nothing
My
good, I hope.
my sugar daddy's asking if I'm podcasting right now.
Oh my god.
Daddy.
I thought that was
We've
wrong.
been saving for this. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut off.
Okay.
Alright,
see you,
good
Bye,
Scaly.
night.
Scaly. Thank you for
Bye.
giving us information about the European Union. Okay.
Are we on
Okay.
commercial break?
I don't know. I'm not stopping now. Oh,
You get
I
commercial
have to
breaks.
know, what is your sugar daddy getting in exchange? Feet pics?
no, he hasn't got shit. I haven't registered yet. I have to register for $100, guys.
First of all, I need to point out, Red. No, you charge money for feet pics.
Yes.
That's what I keep telling her.
Well, yeah, but sugar daddy gives you money. Like he says he's gonna
Yeah.
give me $1,500 a week, but I have
Money
to.
per picture.
But I have to register by sending him $100. Or
Yeah,
his
that's not how
manager.
that works.
What
That's
system
a-
are you using?
Hold on,
What
that sounds like
system
a
are you
scam.
using?
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
a scam.
It is totally a scam. And I've been saving this conversation for this podcast. He has been on hold since Thursday, basically.
Yeah, this guy's like, hey, I'll be your sugar daddy, but you have to give me money first. Because
Yes.
that makes sense somehow.
I actually got the same DM before.
I like that's how the bit that you're picking at, and not the fact that he has a fucking manager.
Well, and that's the thing. He apparently runs a business, so he needs a manager for the business. But I'm sorry,
Oh,
how
wait-
does
wait a
having
minute.
how
This
does
might
a
be the same sugar daddy actually? This sounds
oh
the
yeah,
same.
they're the same. It's the same MO per scammer. I have another one that's gonna be asking me for money here in a little bit too. I already know.
If this was real, if he wasn't a scammer, would he be writing you off as a business expense?
That's what I want to know.
Probably.
I don't know that. Okay,
Because that would be
Tax-free
I will
exemption.
have to ask about this in my tax accounting classes at my university, because this is interesting. Like, how do you is this written off, or is
Ask
this
him.
is there this count as a charitable contribution?
I can already
I
tell you
won't
what.
know.
I can already tell you what the answer will be. It'll be a business expense because they already do it.
I believe that.
Brilliant.
Oh, he's asking, are you busy doing something else?
Nah, just tell him to like get it. Like, tell him to join your the chat here, and then he can hear how we're going with the camera. And
I could have him call me right now.
Do it. Do it.
Oh
Do
my
it.
God.
my God.
I have a
Oh,
dollar
he
won't be able to
35
hear
on the seven
him.
for a year.
He called me by the wrong name the other day.
Oh, what'd he call you? Did he call you Redza by any chance?
No.
Well, she
no,
said she's
okay.
getting the same guy, so.
So with my name, there's a first part and a second part. And whenever I tell someone my name that I don't really care, I don't want them to know my actual name, I just tell them the first part. And he was calling me by the second part. I'm just like, you fucker, you Googled me. But I don't understand why he would be calling me by the second part. So I'm just like, who's so and so? And so now I'm acting like a really jealous sugar baby.
Well, is it like on Facebook? Because it's very easy to find people like there.
No, it's Instagram, which Instagram is hooked to Facebook, but this is my social media.
To be fair, this is
Deathkitten
America. I
account.
could buy anyone's private information in America for $20, and I don't even live there.
True.
I mean, I made $20 doing furry art.
Great, you can
Well,
buy
there you go.
information on one of us.
So here we go. I'm saying you called me by someone else's name. There. That's why I ignored you for 2 days. We'll see what goes on with that.
No, tell him the truth. Be like, no, I just wanted some shit from my podcast here. Like, I don't.
I was just waiting for you. I was just waiting to respond to you.
This is content.
I'm using your shit for content. Okay, now how should I talk about this whole because he wants my fucking email address for this shit.
Legitimately ask him. I want you to legitimately ask him if you're being
one.
written off as a business expense.
Like or else I can just ask him, well, why don't you pay for the registration fee? Because I'm broke. This is why I'm your sugar baby.
I mean, that would work too. But at the same time, it's definitely sounding like a scam.
Oh, it's totally a scam.
Oh yeah, it is.
I can't believe she DM'd me and Ares like I don't know yesterday or something and was like, yeah, he's like asking for sex or something. I don't remember exactly how
No,
the fuck
he professed his love to me.
Oh yeah, that
He
bullshit. Well,
professed his love.
and she's like, I've never had one do that before. How many of these people? Because I've had several people. I don't know if they were actually female or posing as female, but they've hit me up in like DMs and shit before, and they're like, "Oh baby, I love you so much. Send me money so I can come and see you." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Hell no! I don't know who the fuck you are. Like you're a fucking scammer. That's all I know."
Like I even
I
said,
just
I'm
have to
surprised it took
ask.
him this long.
I
Yeah,
just
I
have to ask, what type of pictures are you uploading that's getting you that many scams?
ones that makes her look like she's
This
15 years old.
I do not look 15.
And she
Yeah.
Oh
looked
my!
How you
like a
see me
young
right now?
teenager.
Wait.
This is pictures I post on Insta and Facebook are these. I might have some makeup on at that point because
So
right now I'm
if
not
you're
wearing
posting
any,
pictures
but-
of yourself that make you look like you're 15 years old, does that mean your sugar daddy's a Catholic priest? Oh no, wait, that's too old for him.
She's a girl. Of course, it's not
Yeah.
a Catholic priest. No, it's just a pedophile.
So hold on. Am I telling him that? What am I telling him, guys? Like you.
I don't know. I like that idea about asking him to pay for it because you're broke.
So
I
why
think
do
I think you should
I?
send him a link to the live stream right now. Get him in here so he can hear what the fuck we're saying. Like that's what I think we should do, but nobody wants to do that. So I guess yeah.
Or you could just suggest a different like way of him sending money, like maybe PayPal or Cash App, where you don't have to pay a fee of some sort.
Yeah, tell him to send you the money so then you can pay for it. Scam the scammer.
Yeah.
Okay, should I send him my Cash App and be like, I
Or
need the 100?
you could tell him that
Yeah,
you haven't been able
just
to
send him your
reply.
Cash App.
Tell him you haven't been able to reply because of an incident with a bowling ball, a plunger, and a gerbil.
Like, do you have like a Cash App that's not under your name, like under a fake name at least?
I have one under Deathkitten.
Oh, then use that. I mean, I have the same thing. Like, I have one as a real name and one as my like online persona. So that way people can't try to trace it to my real identity. It depends how you have everything connected to, though.
Yeah, I think I need
If
to
you're online,
go on
people can find
Facebook.
out anything about you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was able to track somebody down because of an earthquake. So, yeah, Cash App will make it a lot easier.
Well, if he can't, like, my question here is, like, if he can't even send you $100, so then you can pay him $100, how the fuck is he gonna pay you $1,500 a week?
Yeah, that's
I
a good
know,
question.
right?
Or make it like a cutesy thing. Can you send me the $100 duos?
Go full ooh. Do it.
I just say scam the scammer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, get him to send you the $100 and you just
Yeah.
block him and never talk to him again.
It won't
Yep.
work. They never do it.
Well, then, well, I mean, I didn't figure he was actually going to do it, but I'm just saying on the off chance that he did. Yeah. Fucking.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can talk him into sending me some money. We'll see. We'll see if this goes. Cause hey, if I can get some money out of this deal, woohoo!
Or,
So,
I
here we
got
go. We
university
got,
to pay for.
even
we got
better,
death scamming a scammer.
get him onto the stream and he can send you food.
Yeah, there you go.
If he's not gonna send me money, he's not gonna send me food, guys. What they're talking about is the send food option underneath my video, guys. If you guys want to send me food, send me food. I love food. Food's amazing, especially the
Dinner.
sushi. Give me some sushi. God,
Why?
that sounded really dirty.
Yeah,
Why do you want
really loves the
raw
footlongs.
fish?
Yeah.
Man, you girls and eating your raw fish. That's weird.
Well, no, the one I have is actually a fried sushi.
Well, that's because cooking is apparently first-degree murder.
That's not
How's
that's
cooking?
not
What?
sushi. That's just fried fish.
It's so good. It's fried
Sushi
sushi,
is so
tempura. Tempura
What I'm
is
talking about.
Oh my
Tampon?
god, yes.
Tampon
Tempura
sushi?
is so good.
These women and their raw fish. I
I
swear.
love the raw fish too, though.
Oh,
I
of
mean,
course you do.
the fuck, I forgot what it's called. The raw fish. It has a certain name. I can't remember it on the top of my head. It has a certain name. I can't remember.
Calamari.
Nope.
Oh my god, oh my god.
That's a squid.
Yeah, that's just raw tentacle.
Okay,
Yeah, just eat that.
guys. Okay, so I told him, I was just like, I can't send you money for the registration. I don't have the money. And he's like, is that why you have been ignoring my messages? Like, yeah, yeah, sure.
Like,
Well,
no,
then how the
because
fuck is he? Ask him how he's going to afford to send you $1,500 a week if he can't afford $100 right now.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Didn't you
Well,
say he's going to send you like $1,500 a week?
yes, that's what he told me. But
Well,
I have to
yeah.
register, and so I don't. That's what that I'm gonna get to that. We can't just jump into this. If we
No, the
just
hell
jump
we
into this,
can't.
it's just gonna fuck it all up, you know. Then they run away scared, you know. Though then again, this guy professes love to me. He might stay
like
around. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
he's in love with you.
if Tigger can jump into it, why can't we? We have a physical advantage.
Yeah, what the hell? This is ridiculous.
Okay, will you pay the fee for me? Should I add daddy on the end? I can't. I
Yes.
can't call daddy. I can't call someone daddy like that.
Do it. Do
You
it.
called me daddy yesterday. What the
Yeah,
fuck
but
are
You've
you
you
called me
talking
daddy
about?
multiple times.
Yeah, you call him daddy too. What the hell are you talking about? You
I
can't just call
can't
somebody.
call people daddy and stay like serious.
Well, give me remote
What the
access and
hell?
I'll do it.
Give you an access and you'll do
Yeah,
it.
he'll offer check-in.
Oh my god.
Just go Spanish with it. Just call him Papi.
Poppy.
No, that's the one I told her to call me. That's what I want her to call.
Poppy
Don't
Rock.
call. That's right. Not Poppy Rawg. Don't call that fucking loser
Well, where's my
Poppy.
ice cream and pizza then, Poppy?
That's okay. Scaly started that line, and that is a lie. I've never given anybody pizza and ice cream for calling me daddy or Poppy. Okay. I don't know where the fuck he got that from, but yeah, people's been asking me about that. I think Clocks asked me for the ice cream and pizza the other night for some reason, so
Yeah.
he's on board with this shit.
Like that was the
And I'm
first.
like, what the fuck?
Like the first time I heard about that was last week, I think.
Oh my
No, Aries.
god.
If you call me that, I'm not giving you ice cream and pizza. Don't even try it. I don't need it.
I don't want pizza and ice cream. I'd have an indigestion if I have them both at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
If you give me the 12 inches first and then the ice cream, I'd be fine.
12 and no, it's a 16-inch pizza. What the hell are you talking about?
Nice.
12-inch pizza.
I hate how these scammers, they have like broken English, so it doesn't come. I don't understand.
That's because they're in India. Or whatever country looks the same as India but isn't called India.
The Philippines.
Nah, it's the women that do it over there. Philippine men are too busy being on games, being angry at everyone.
Oh, well.
Or cheating
I've
on their
never had a
girlfriends.
Filipino hit me up.
I've been friends with a good few of them and they get clingy.
They get clingy. Oh, the sugar babies. Oh, who was that just said that they had a sugar mama and ended up spending $40 and lost it?
That was
Ren.
Garrison.
That was Ren.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what? That shit happened to him?
Yep. And he actually sent $40
Why?
because he thought it might actually be lit or legit, and
He was
then
doing it as a
they asked
test.
for more money.
Yeah. That one sounds like it was from Colombia.
Well, yeah, sugar mamas.
I've dealt with enough people to know the social habits.
Thought those were Cambodians.
No, Colombia.
Oh, alright, well.
The women there are...
Yeah, we need a geography lesson here.
Yeah, I'm all fucked around. Wait, no, Colombia, that's the drug dealers. That's where you go to
Yeah.
get the...
But the women, real skanky.
Oh.
Oh my god,
Well,
guys.
all right then. Stay away from Colombian women. Got you. God damn. I guess I'll just stick to
There
Cuban.
was
Okay, he
Or-
just sent me an email. That's my manager Gmail address. You text him now to get information from him.
You text him now.
You text him now.
You text
Pay
now.
now.
You pay now.
You
$5
pay
now.
I pay later.
Have you tried turning Cash App off and on again?
No,
Give me your bank information.
I have Prince's bank account. He wants to send you $1 million.
I don't know how to play it. How do I play that? Because I'm not emailing him. That's how I'm gonna get fucking.
Yeah,
Make
that's
it-
how you get viruses or something.
Make a new email
probably.
account.
I don't know.
I have one for Deathkitten.
But won't that like? I mean, if
I
like they
don't.
send her a virus, that
I've got
wouldn't
like
matter, though,
I've
would
got
it?
like 7 that I remember. Pretty sure I got a lot more than that.
I don't know him and don't want.
Just be like, I want to talk to you, baby. I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to you.
You're my daddy. Oh my god, I
There
can't.
you go. There you go. Say that. That'll get him. You're
How
my
do people
daddy.
say that? I can't do that.
Or
I'm
another
trying
way you
so
can fuck.
hard, guys.
Another way you can fuck with him is say you need.
Who's your daddy, Clocks? Hi, Mama Clocks.
Another way you can fuck with him is say, "Give me a minute. I need to get permission from your boyfriend first."
Jack, I gotta get permission from my boyfriend first.
No, not yours. His.
Wait, you have a boyfriend? I thought you were trying to get that Canadian dude.
No, I'm saying that she refers to the scammer's boyfriend, but she needs to get permission from him first. Make it sound like that she's
Yeah.
stating the scammer's
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Yeah, everyone on the servers, Mama, you know this, Clocks. Don't run away from it.
Ain't your mom. Okay, well.
Well, okay. So while we're waiting on that shit,
I want to be Clocks' sugar baby.
yeah. Well,
I'll call
no,
you
I
Mama
want to be
Clocks.
Clocks' sugar baby.
No, fuck you.
I
You have a sugar daddy.
That's
I mean,
trying to
you can
scam
try
me
and
out of
get
my money. He's not a real
You-
sugar daddy.
You should try to get a
You have to,
sugar
baby,
mommy
just for
then.
you to get.
Oh, I
to
thought Red Sub
understand
was
much
going to
better
say,
than-
you can be my sugar baby. I was going to say, what? What? Red Sub? I thought that's what she was going to say.
No.
I was going to say, well, okay. I mean, yeah, yeah, give me some anime. Let's go. Like, let's fucking watch some anime.
I'm too poor
Uh,
to afford
Oh my
anything.
god, guys! He said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm your daddy." You
Oh,
must be my
I'm
sweetheart.
your, I'm cheap. I'm a cheap sugar baby. I don't require a lot. That's fine.
I just require fried onions.
Guy-
Those are
this,
good.
This guy
Yeah.
is not gonna. He's gonna want me to email this guy. Like, this is fucked up. That's boring.
Yeah, I
You,
wouldn't.
like-
I would just say, okay, I guess you're not interested.
Once the email came up, I just kind of said no. Because I was just like, that's too
Oh,
much. That's
I-
too troublesome.
Yep, I had this one guy who actually said I needed to enroll in a Cash App thing for $70, and he
Scam.
would need my email. Yep, and so they would send me an email with the name Cash App, but from like some bullshit email address, and so I just kept saying, I'm not getting the email. I'm not getting the email. And yeah,
Did you check your spam folder?
yep.
Did you try turning your computer off and back on?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I guess I could tell that story on here. Oh
What
my
story?
there was this guy like a few weeks back who like this is a guy that I tried dating a few months after my divorce. And like we went on a date. It was a really good date. And but then that following weekend he kind of ghosted me. And when I called him out on it on like a Monday or something, he like flipped shit and said something happened with his daughter or something like that. And I said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not, because he like tore into me saying how I should respect him and his family and all this shit. And it's just like, how the hell was I supposed to know that something happened with your family when you didn't tell me?
Respect my authority.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Sounded like you avoided a major asshole there.
Yep. Well, here a few weeks ago, he messaged me or texted me. He texted me and just checking in on me and stuff like that. And at this point, I know he has a girlfriend. He down in Ohio, and but he's he says he has a job offer in Michigan and he's debating on moving back. And I'm like, okay, why the fuck does that have anything to do with me? You have a girlfriend. Leave me the fuck alone. And he's just like, well, I really miss you. Um, how about I come up there? And I'm like, and it's all this shit. And then all of a sudden, randomly, I tried to message him on um through Facebook, and I see that he has me blocked. And I'm like, why do you have me blocked on Facebook? And he's just like, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do. I can't send you a message. And he's just like, oh, my Facebook is updating right now. I'm like, that does absolutely fuck nothing. Facebook's browser based. Just because your app is updating means nothing. And then all this stuff, because we were friends on Facebook at that point. And so all of a sudden he unblocks me from Facebook and starts talking to me on Facebook Messenger. And he's like, see, I never blocked you, or you weren't blocked, and all this stuff. I'm like, either you blocked me or your girlfriend blocked me, which, whatever, is fine, but don't fucking tell me what it's not. And then I went to his Facebook because I was going to look up his girlfriend, and because I wanted to see if
Oh,
she
I
still
think you
had
told me
him
about that.
listed. Yeah, I wanted to see if she still had it listed as her boyfriend. And sure enough, there was the add friend button because he had blocked me. And he had. Oh, really? I can't say you're a turd. Um,
What?
Clocks is messing with my channel points right now, and apparently I can't say a specific word for this story because she knows where it's going, because I think she was there when I originally told her. And so um crap, where was I? So I go, but there was an add friend button, and no cursing. What?
Well, that only applies to you, not me.
Fuck yeah.
You guys are jerks.
No, what we need is, as a substitute, is that whenever Death wants to say fuck, she just hits the nut button and I'll say it for her.
8:45. Okay, we got 5 minutes for this stuff. And so, and I called him out on it. I was like, I
Ooh, I've
told
got
him
points.
there was no way for me to. You guys are so mean to me.
I've
There's
got enough to ban 2 words.
you obviously obviously you blocked me. There's the proof, because now you're no longer my friend. That only happens when you block somebody. It's just like, does your girlfriend know that you're talking to me? And he's just like, I oh crap, I said the darn it, gosh
What
What
darn
are you
it.
doing? What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
can't say the
Stroking
GF.
out, is it?
I can't say the GF.
Clogs has
word.
done the points thing on the channels to ban Death from saying the
Oh.
word girlfriend.
Oh, just say GF then.
His significant other.
Just call a partner
Does
Wait,
GF.
does
his
your significant
gluten-free?
other
Mommy. Like, there's like a ton of words you can use.
does your significant other know that you're talking to me? And he started implying that he was single, that they were no longer together, and I was just like, are you sure about that? Maybe I should message her and see, because this isn't lining up. And all of a sudden he got real quiet. And so I even said, oh yeah, it was this girl, right? and still nothing. And I still have he still has not replied to me to this day. And he actually has me on vanish mode again on Facebook Messenger. And I
So
did end
he
up messaging his significant other, his partner, whatever. And though she hasn't looked at it to this day either, which
so
is
he
kind
like
of sad.
messaged you and was like, "Wait, do you mean this girl is my girlfriend or something?" Like, I got a
No,
little
no, he was trying to come and get laid. He was looking to
right.
come
Okay.
back
Well,
to Michigan and just hook up with me and then go back to his other person, his
okay.
main
Well,
person.
because like in the middle of that, you said something about, "Oh, do you mean this girl?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, what?"
Well, yeah, because I was going to his Facebook to look for his partner's profile to see if she still was
Oh,
listed as
and
in a relationship, and that's when I found out he actually blocked me. And when I then when I figured that out is when I called him out on all that stuff. God damn, Clocks, you made this storytelling very rough.
You know what's funny is that you actually had a really good opportunity to make him squirm and you didn't take it.
yeah, I don't know.
Like,
How?
when he said that his
What
Facebook was updating when he said his Facebook was updated, you could have just said, "Oh, I've got a friend that's an IT nerd. He can help you update it faster."
I have one question. Why
Yes.
do you keep pursuing these dudes after 3 messages?
Oh, with that one, I didn't pursue anything. I more just try to see what their angle is at and where they're trying to go with anything.
Going by
But
the
I feel
browser
like
history,
I
I'd say
don't
about
have the
95
attention.
degrees.
I feel like I don't have the attention span to waste that much time on somebody's Facebook.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep. You have the attention
dude,
span for Facebook, I don't.
So I was talking to this one chick, right? And she like didn't have any pictures of herself or anything. And I sent Death the name of this chick, and I was like, "Hey, Death, here's the name. Can you like find some shit?" And Death did like a full background check, like an FBI, CIA background check on this girl, and was like coming back at me with all this information about her. And I'm like,
She had 3
God,
Facebook profiles.
I was like, "God damn, Death, did she pay her taxes last year? Can you tell me that?" Like, because holy shit,
I highly doubt it. I don't think she
you're
has a
digging
job.
up all of this other information. No, she's a nurse supposedly.
How?
I don't fucking know. That's what she said. She's like, "I'm a nurse's aide in
Oh,
home
she's a
health
nurse's aide.
care
She goes to someone's house and sits there and makes sure the person doesn't
Yeah,
die.
like that they don't fall out of their chair or whatever.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
the one that
like
gives the nurses AIDS.
well, anyway, yeah. So I ruined a lot of people's weeks with that one. Whenever she finally sent me the picture, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like a horrible eldritch Sasquatch that crawled out of some Lovecraftian swamp somewhere."
It was Mrs.
And
Potato Head.
so I started sharing it to everybody. I was like, "Hey, are you having a good day? Oh, well, here I can ruin it for you." And then I sent them that. I ruined Pirates Week. I ruined Scaly's Week. I ruined Death's Week. And I ruined Ares' week with that picture. So you're welcome, everybody. I like to share, make sure that everybody's equally miserable.
You want to hear about another love story?
I mean, you say that, Rawg,
No.
but I have seen far worse.
I've seen far worse too, but yeah, that one is interesting.
Yeah, Mrs. Potato Head.
But I actually had an incident that happened recently. About another guy who this guy I was talking to right before this last semi-serious relationship that I was in. And I told him when I was getting in this semi-serious relationship, I told him just like, "Hey, we can be friends or not. If you can't be friends, then I need to respect my relationship and need to stop talking to you." And so he said he would try to be friends, blah blah blah, but then it turned into bickering all the time because he couldn't handle being friends and whatever. I cut off from him, whatever. So, well, like a couple months ago, he realized I was single again and he messaged me and trying to go on a date and stuff. And I was just like, I don't know. We seemed to bicker a lot last time we talked. I think we're better off not going that route. Well, last week, he was just like, just give me one date. Let's go somewhere. And I was just like, well, this is the week to do it. And he's just like, well, I have my daughter, so I can't. I'm like, well, next week I have my 3 kids, so it's going to be hard for me too, but I guess I can try and swing it. Well, as soon as Sunday came where I got my kids and he didn't have his, like I actually put forth effort to try and go to get him to ask me out on a date or something, because I would message him every day and actually try to talk to him, but he kept bringing up how, well, something happened with custody with his daughter, so he was sidetracked, not in a good headspace, whatever. So I backed off and I left it alone. I would just text him here and there and say, "Hey, hope you're having a good day," or whatever, and stuff like that. All of a sudden, um, he messaged me on a Friday night and said, um, I and started trying to get me to come out for like a booty call.
Oh, did he like send you a message? Be like, hey, my girlfriend's out of town. You want to come over?
Well, supposedly he's single.
Oh, well, sounds like he makes up a lot of shit for being single. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He was talking to more than one girl, which I'm the type. Whatever, go ahead and do your thing. Just be completely honest with me is all I ask. Then I know where I stand. Um, and but he was trying to get me to. He was trying to get a booty call, and there's no way around it. He was trying to get a booty call, and I wasn't going for it. And
Everybody
so
just wants a booty call now.
it's this age. I hate it. Um, and then I'm like, well, how about this? How about we hang out tomorrow? I can't in the evening. I have stuff going on, but I can do something during the day. And he's like, okay. I'm like, well, so what's a good time? And I told him 3 p.m. Does that work for you? Yeah, that works. So so the next morning I get up, I start cleaning house, like just getting stuff done around the house because, well, 3 kids, messy house. I totally don't think to message him first. I figure he'll message me, let me know when he's ready, and I'll get ready to go and meet him. Because my first rule with a first meetup is it cannot be at someone's house. It has to be somewhere in public and stuff because I don't want people knowing where I live. I don't want to go to your house and feel pressured into a situation that I don't want.
That's a good rule.
That's what I think too.
I mean, that's just common sense. Like, you're meeting with a complete stranger, be in a public place.
Yes, but when you're in your 20s, you don't think about that.
I mean, most people in their 20s just don't fucking think.
Yeah. So, and all of a sudden, so he wanted to meet at a park. I was like, okay, no problem. And he's just like, well, and then maybe if you feel comfortable enough, we can go back to my house and we'll watch a movie or something. I'm just like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm no angel. There are times where I had 2 kids out of wedlock, for crying out loud. I'm not no prude. So if something happens, something happens. So I'm not going to completely take something off the board, but it most likely was off the board. You know, I'm not planning for it.
Yeah.
And so I start getting ready. I get my daughter, or my eldest, I wake her up because she likes to sleep in, and I tell her, hey, I'm going to go hang out with someone for a little bit. It's your house. You're in charge. Call me if you need me. I'm not that far away. And so as I'm getting changed, like I'm in the middle of my room, I'm getting changed. All of a sudden he messages and I give him an update. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, and then he goes, well, mind you, he is upset with me. I forgot about this part. He's upset with me because at 2:30 he messages me and says, well, since you haven't messaged me this morning, I'm assuming that it's a no-go for today. And at this point, I'm doing dishes. I'm like, hold on. I'm waiting on you to message me since, like, I'm like, I guess I dropped the ball on that too. I could have messaged you first. One of us should have messaged each other, but whatever. I still got time. And that's when I quick ran up and talked to her and then started getting changed, picked out an outfit. And I let him know, I'm like, okay, I gotta do a little bit to get ready, but it'll take me about miscommunication. Didn't hold that portion against him. I held the portion against him that he tried to put it all on me and that's not the first time he's tried to do that, but whatever.
Well, what happened next?
To be fair, it is kind of a social standard that the guy is the one that makes the plans and makes the calls.
Yeah, in that situation, like if he was waiting on me, I would understand. Oh my God, clocks! This man. Oh my God, how the hell am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Just so everyone knows, Clocks has now banned the word he.
But you just said it.
Well, yeah, the
Well,
time's gonna start right
just
now.
say they. Just call them
Wait,
they.
what?
They,
Yeah, call
that
he
person,
they.
Just
that
say
man,
penis.
the
Yeah,
penis,
just say penis.
the penis, cunt. Yeah, could call him the cunt. Can you replace it with cunt? Yes, this guy is totally a cunt. At this point, and well, this. Now you use that word. Now Aries being a cunt. Oh yeah, I can curse again.
Just call him jackass. There you go.
Jackass. Well,
Call him Aries. Call him Aries.
Aries. Aries.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, back to the story, jackasses. So, so here I am getting changed, and I gave him an update. I'm like, okay, I gave the penis an update.
I have updated my penis. It's now version 2.3.
And told him, I can say him, told him about getting everything situated here, and then I'm changing, and then it'll take me about 25 minutes to get there. So give me about 45 minutes and I'll get there. And the penis said, okay. Well, not at first. The penis first started saying, well, maybe we should reschedule for another night because now I feel bad that you had to wake up your daughter and all this stuff. And I flipped shit. And I said, are you really pulling this hot and cold stuff on me right now? Because I'm literally in the middle of changing right now. I dropped everything after you gave me shit for not messaging you about this. Like, so what are we doing? And
Did you meet the guy or not? I need to know.
So I dropped everything, like even my panties. I was gonna run out there full commando, like what the fuck?
Well, I was changing. Like I said, I was changing. I was in mid-change. Like
She's running out the door, glitter nipples glowing in the sunlight.
oh my
like,
God, why the glitter nipples? So that's when the penis decided to say, okay, fine. We'll do this. Just let me know when you're close. Okay. So I get in my car and I start driving there, and all of a sudden the penis messages me and says, "Are you have you left yet?" And I said, "Yes, I just left." And this penis goes, "You're going to hate me." And apparently his father, because he's a farmer on the weekends, on the side with the after his actual day job, his father needed help with picking up a piece of equipment, and this penis decided to, or was needed to help haul, and the penis offered to send me pictures to prove it. And I told him, it's just like, don't bother. I had to go to the store anyway. I have to go to the store. And that's when I sent the penis a big long voice message and stated, what I am upset about is the fact that to go get a piece of equipment, farming equipment, that's something you know about. That is not something just random. You need to plan for multiple people to move.
You should have told him that was
farming
fine.
equipment.
You were just gonna go and meet him at the place where he's picking up the piece of farm equipment.
No.
Also, he's saying that he was going to go straight from a farmyard and go on the date.
No, the penis was completely canceling on me.
Yeah, no, but that's what
At
I mean,
that
though.
point.
Like, it's like if he wasn't going to cancel, he was going to go from a farmyard and then his shop all sweaty and covered in crap.
Yep. Well,
From the
see,
sounds of it, he was already covered in crap.
See, I don't think he.
Yeah, he may have
the
shit himself
penis-
on the way to the park, and he just made that story up to
5
you
minutes.
know.
5 minutes. I can say he again. Okay, so I don't think he was actually. I don't think that this actually happened because then he actually sent me a message and I went on to say, "Oh my God, Aries, why are you doing this? I need to put a better cooldown on that, you fuckers, you fuckers." Here, I thought I'd be fine with this ban in real life word. He is again banned. Thanks, Aries. Don't ruin our funds. Yes, because you saw I removed all the other shit, so you couldn't fuck with me that way. Okay, anyway, so I actually, when I actually started, send in this long voice message I sent to him, I said, I dated previous farmers. Because I grew up in a farming environment or community. Like there were a bunch of different farmers. So I've dated a couple. I've grown up around them. I understand this. They are all about their scheduling. It is very important to understand their scheduling. If they know that they're spraying, which is what apparently this piece of farm equipment was going to be used for, they know when to go get that piece of equipment so they don't run behind on spraying. They don't just randomly, "Oh crap, I need you. We need you to go get this piece of farm equipment." No. See, I think what happened because he ran when I turned the penis down for the booty call the night before, all of a sudden messaging stopped. I think he found another booty call, was still at said booty call's house in the morning, hence why he shit. Since the penis never messaged me and in the morning and then was trying to turn it around on me so then he could come up with an excuse to break it off. And then since I wasn't a sure thing, the penis you said thanks, Cox. The penis so the penis decided to stick with a sure thing instead of coming to see me because I wasn't a sure thing. That's what I think. Because after I said all of that, like, hey, because what you just did, me who has 3 children, who literally just took time away from my kids, cleaning my house and all this stuff, I am investing this time into you and put this time aside for you. And you just broke it last minute. That's bullshit. Like, my father owns his own business, and if he called me up and told me, "Hey, I'm having an emergency with the business, you need to come and help me out with this," and I would say, "No. No, I can't do that." Like, I have plans. Obviously, there are situations where that's different, but when something like this, when it's a piece of equipment that can be moved,
Well, what did he like? Like, what did he say to that?
he said, "Oh, you know that. Oh, you must know everything about farming and all this stuff. This isn't gonna work or anything," and then he blocked me.
Well, I don't know why you wasted all that time with him anyway.
Oh yeah, at that time that's when I noticed what he does. He picks a fight and blocks me to make me so it looks like it's my fault. And then he will unblock me when he's bored again to try and get back to
Well,
try and get
just
something.
block
So,
him.
oh yeah, I did.
Well, all right then. Problem solved.
Yeah, it was just a story time. We haven't
Yep.
hit anything that we actually were supposed to talk about today, guys.
I
Strawberry
know.
time.
Yes, I know. God damn it. So
Oh,
here,
oh,
so the
minor
choice.
update
5 minutes.
from one of mine. The cute one, she actually hit me up again. So
Yay!
yeah, I know, right? She's like,
Wait, Sasquatch girl?
why
No,
would
cute,
I call
cute.
Sasquatch the
girl.
cute one? No, Sasquatch is gone. I unblocked her. Like,
Was that the one that went quiet?
Yeah.
yeah, the cute one that I was talking to, because I originally started talking to the Sasquatch girl first. Didn't know she was Sasquatch first. But, if I'd have known that, I would have just swiped the other way and kept going. But then I started talking to this cute girl, and yeah, she kind of disappeared for a little while. But yeah, she hit me up again. So I'm like, all right, well, yeah, I'm definitely more interested in you than that other thing that was DMing me. Like, so. Which, yeah, that the Sasquatch, I wasn't gonna fuck with her anyway. Like, right from the get go, I was like, I saw that picture, I'm like, oh God, no, like this is not okay. And I tried to pawn her off on Scaly, but Scaly's grown wise to my tricks. So
You should have got me to pawn her off on him. He wouldn't expect that.
yeah, well, you know what? We can try again. And yeah, Death's got the chick's name, so.
I don't want the chicks' names. I just finally deleted her pictures out of my phone.
And I mean,
Oh well.
it can't be that bad because like you do enjoy the hunting the Bigfoot game.
I do, but I don't want to fuck the Bigfoot. You know, like that's the thing with that game. You're not trying to fuck the Bigfoot.
Search
I
the
don't
Bigfoot. Find
they,
the Bigfoot. Fuck the Bigfoot.
you're trying to shoot the Bigfoot
Oh
in
my
that game.
God, but you could go down in history. You found
I
Sasquatch and you fucked Sasquatch.
I don't want to. Hey, pirate, do you want to be in the history
No.
book?
Sorry to inform you that my hearing device died.
It could be your One Piece.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bye, Redsa.
Yeah, her hearing device is dead. But anyways, so yeah, I feel like pirate would definitely, she might be hiding the One Piece pirate. You are the pirate
No.
king. But well, you don't know that.
Okay,
Like,
here. Maybe we should talk about one since we've been off the rails for an hour now.
I know it took you like an hour to tell that story.
Spit roasting off the rails.
I'm horrible. I'm horrible at telling stories, guys. I'm sorry.
died a
My
little.
bad. Oh, you'll live. You're fine. Okay. So, what do you guys want to talk about next? The Darwin Awards that we've been so.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to hear mine?
Of course.
It's an older one, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of appropriate for this, especially considering the meeting we had earlier about furries. So there was this guy. I don't remember what the fuck his name was, but he one night decided he was gonna, eat some magic mushrooms. So he did. And then he started kind of like wandering around in the bushes, actually talking to the bushes, like he was talking to trees and shit.
Moses?
And huh?
Was he Moses?
Well, he might have thought he was Moses. He was eating fucking. He was eating fucking mushrooms. He might have thought he was Moses. I don't know, but so he wanders off into the forest. Yeah, another thing this guy was doing. Like he would also like get down on all fours and like bark like a dog, and like I don't know if he was like trying to pee on trees or whatever like that or not. But anyway, yeah, he was barking like a dog. Like I guess it was the last time he was seen. He was talking to bushes and barking like a dog. And he wandered off into the wood. Well, no, that wouldn't have been the last time he was seen. He wanders into the woods, finds a furry. Well, it was a furry orgy, is what it was, but they have a name for it because furries are all cutesy and everything. It was called a fur pile, That's what a orgy of furries fucking each other is, everyone. That is called a fur pile, for those that didn't know.
I've learned a lot of
Um,
things on this podcast.
I thought it was just been called a furball.
Nope, it's called a fur pile. But anyway, so and of course, he thinks he's a dog that can talk to trees. So I don't know, he thought he was a druid or something. I don't know, or maybe a shaman. I'm not really sure. But so like he approaches the fur pile and starts, trying to get his dick involved. And this individual who was dressed up like a rooster uh, continued to strike at him with its beak. He was very in character, apparently. So this big cock came up and started like striking at his face. Well, he didn't like that, but he kept trying, and the big cock kept coming up and like striking at his face. So he finally like wandered off into the woods again. That was the last time he was seen. But what they think happened after that, he was, staggering around in the woods, and he found another furry, and well, he snuck up on it, pretending like he was a dog. We imagine, and jumped on it, jumped on his back and started trying to fuck it from behind. Well,
That's called
turns out
yipping.
that wasn't a furry. That was a bear, and the bear was not having it. The bear apparently was very upset and triggered,
Outbreak
and
in 4 seconds, guys.
the bear mauled him to death.
He just couldn't
Oh,
bear it.
God.
Yeah, it
The
was.
bear didn't consent.
No, he did not, and he said so by mauling him to death.
You know that the furries are really fucked when even nature expresses its right to bear arms.
So that guy, he's dead because he fucked a, or tried to fuck a bear.
Now, how did this how did someone find or know what this guy did?
Well, the furries reported seeing him, wandering around trying to get involved, and the big rooster cock man was, running him off, and he finally wandered off into the woods, and well,
Oh, so they heard it most likely.
most likely.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
yeah, he was on shrooms, so yeah, he had a hell of a night.
So there you
yeah.
go, guys. Be careful when you take shrooms.
Yeah, that's right,
Be in a safe
clocks.
environment.
Yep, they heard it
Don't
alright,
take
and
shrooms, clocks.
Preferably.
they heard it alright, and they weren't listening to the bare necessities.
The bare necessities. What's with the Disney jokes today? We're gonna get sued by second episode. Done.
Yep, we're fucking canceled.
They can try it, but as soon as their mascot becomes public domain, we're spit roasting their fucking mouse.
We're canceled. Good job. I blame clocks for this.
Yeah, Cox, it's
We need
your
to
fault.
copyright Disney. We need to copyright the mascot.
So,
Then
does
the
anybody
Spitroast
else
will own
have
it.
any?
Ares, do you have anything for Darwin Awards?
I mean, we could talk about how the Oxford University needs to rewrite the dictionary thanks to a certain group of survivors redefining what it means to be a sole survivor in Korea.
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, you need to what?
The fucking crowd
I
I
surge.
understood none of that. Go on.
Rita, you're
The
back.
crowd surge in Seoul, where what was it, 154 people get squished. The shit that you sent me
the
last
crowd
Rico. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the Korean
Oh,
thing.
the thing with where Clocks was upset that the Koreans were having a
The
party or
crowd
something,
surge.
and
Yes,
yeah.
welcome back, Retza.
Hi, Reza.
I missed a lot.
Yes, you did. Where the death toll is 150 was 154,
Holy
which
shit,
is
I
like
remember that right.
the largest it's amount since 64, I think it was 1964. But yeah, just people, a whole bunch of people just last year were in South Korea, and they were just all along the streets and just were pushing each other to where they it,
Yeah, it was a
150
mosh pit.
people basically. What
Yeah,
I
I know
hear it
there's
causes a crowd surge.
something along the lines of what 99,000 soul survivors. Well, not including the gingers, but you know.
That's
Everyone
true.
loves the gingers. Those
Don't
gingers. They
have
have
souls.
souls. They just don't have their own. Okay, they stole others.
Yes.
But it's just
Somebody.
like
It
honestly,
wasn't a
Hello?
mosh pit. Yeah, I know. It was in alleyways and stuff.
That was
but
an alleyway mosh pit.
how often
Yes,
has there been a large group of people and somebody hasn't been squished? Like, what did they expect to happen? Is that large group of people is going to happen, especially when there's alcohol
yeah.
involved.
How many people did they have? Like,
Didn't they say it was something like 100,000 or 10,000?
let's
There's a
see.
lot.
Yeah, it was the worst ever disaster. 26 foreign nationals and 2 U.S. citizens were among the dead.
Sorry if you hear meowing. My cat's right next to me.
I do not hear meowing.
No worries. We already covered the whole furry thing, so it's kind of.
Yes,
Yeah, you missed my furry story.
Oh.
You know, where a guy died
Aw.
by fucking a bear.
Yeah,
Oh,
he tried to.
okay.
He was like he thought he was a dog. He tried to fuck a bear. He was talking to trees and bushes and shit, and the bear got triggered and killed him.
yeah, and
I
last
Well,
words
they usually
were,
don't
"You just need to
do
grin and bear
And that one's for Clops.
it."
Yeah, okay. It doesn't actually give a how many, but yeah, I do agree. I believe it was around 100,000, if not more.
But yeah, it's like
But yeah,
there has
this
been
article
concerts
and
with like 1% of those people that have been held up because of one person being pushed over. It's just it
Yeah,
happens
like there
every
was that. I
time.
mean, did you guys not hear about that one concert that happened not too long ago? Like where there was like actually somebody in the crowd that needed medical aid, and the guy on stage didn't like he saw what was happening. He didn't even bother to stop like the concert or whatever, and like try to make an announcement like, "Hey, everybody, give him some room. The paramedics are trying to get in here and get this guy." He just kept going. Like, do you guys not pay attention to this shit? Like that shit happens every day.
I heard about that one.
If it involves
yeah,
celebrities, I'm out.
but not to this level, like of 154.
Well, what do you like? Ares says, what do you think is going to happen whenever you stick
Oh
that
yeah,
many people together?
Like
I agree. That's why I stay home.
if it happens on a smaller scale, on a larger scale, it's going to happen, guaranteed, on a fucking larger scale. Especially when there is guaranteed to be alcohol, people not paying attention, and people with their fucking phones out trying to be popular. Like nobody's going to be paying attention.
Not everyone in there was drinking. The subway station was on the other street. Some people were just trying to get home. Well, and that's one thing that fucking sucks. There were people who didn't even want to be there. that
Never
were
hear of a
stuck in it.
detour?
Injured as
Or
many as 100,000
pre-planning.
people going in and out. Like,
I mean, I never lived in a city, but like even I know, right? Like I've been to well, a pretty large city nearby.
That's 149 killed, 150 injured, as many as 100,000 people going in and out.
Well, like here's the thing. Like I've never lived. I've never even lived in a town. But I've been in like big cities. Like I might like ride to a city or something with a friend of mine, and if there's like a football game or something going on, we know to just stay far away from like the stadium or whatever. I mean,
Police
it's
were called and told it was getting dangerous hours ahead of the surge. But at that point, there's no way to even stop it. I don't think. I don't even think police officers could really control that type of thing when you're against 100,000. They ignored it.
That's the thing, though. They can. They can segment the streets.
Yeah, they have riot gear. They have tear gas. They have rubber bullets. They have, which maybe the cops
Like
are what caused the
6
surge.
hours.
I don't know.
6 hours before. Wow, yeah, because they did a week-long warning on it. I did read that.
Like the thing is, like they could have
6
emptied.
hours
They
before.
could have emptied one of the streets and just had people funneled out slowly. Like with 6 hours, that's more than enough time to at least cut it down by a few thousand.
Yeah, why was did the cops cause the surge? Like, did the cops show up and start shooting rubber bullets into the crowd and everybody
No,
freaked
they
out and
did.
ran
No, they
away?
didn't
Like,
do shit. The cops didn't do
okay,
shit.
well, what caused the surge? Like, what this surge that you're talking
It
about?
was
Like,
right after the COVID-19 restrictions were lifted, and I think it was for Halloween because it was in October.
Yeah.
There was a protest that they had police specialized in crowd control.
The event was
yeah,
the
it's
first.
called riot police.
It was the
Well,
first
they-
Halloween party that place could have after COVID.
And so yeah, and everyone was just excited to be out of the house.
Wait, were
be
they
part of-
surging to the whatever or away from it?
I think they were just out and about, like it. Probably similar to how we do
What?
not a trick or treating
What are
thing,
you
but like
calling a surge then? I'm thinking like a surge is almost like a dam breaking and like everything
no,
just
no,
moving
just
rapidly in one direction.
people just everywhere is what this
Well, that's
is.
just a crowd. That's not a surge.
But that's
It's-
what it's called.
It was basically mass hysteria that caused it. Like one person gets knocked over, one person starts panicking, that has a knock-on effect. The people around them start panicking.
Well,
The people
alright,
around them
yeah.
don't know what's happening, they start panicking.
Yeah, they were probably
Fox is freaking out. She's
they
going,
were-
no.
they were probably taking shrooms and were like thought they were fucking bears and the bears were real and woke up and got upset and that's what
Or
caused
they
the
saw
surge.
the Wankmaster 3000 sitting on a table for sale.
Goddamn
oh
fur-
yeah, like they were all rushing to it, like, oh my god, we gotta get that thing. Gotta
God-
put my dick in there.
Goddamn furry setting up all the hairy situations.
Fox, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is something she's so adamant about, and we're fucking turning into this.
But yeah, it's
Well,
just
I
like.
don't know, Clocks, were they taking shrooms and fucking bears? Because I can understand how that could cause a surge.
But like, this is just like going to be a fucking PSA for common fucking sense. If anyone is going to a group event of any fucking scale, stick to the edges. If you were in a group, stay as the group. So if a fucking surge or anything like that happens, you can group up. It is much harder to knock over a group than an individual. If you are in
That's
this,
right. Tie yourselves together and start clotheslining people running by being disrespectful.
like fucking group hug, like no matter how awkward it is so much more difficult to knock over two people grouped together than it is one. If you're in the middle of a fucking street, go inside a building. At least there, if it is a public area like a pub, those people have some degree of first aid training. So if you're injured, they have facilities or a back room they can drag you into to get you away from being injured even fucking more. It's like there is so much
like
shit that you can do. That just people are so fucking stupid. There is no self-preservation or common sense anymore. It's just, I want to be in the middle of a group to be popular.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's TikTok, though. I mean, I used to complain and bitch about TikTok, being like a detriment to our society, but I'm starting to kind of feel like we need TikTok to kill all the stupid people. Like, yeah, just kind of help cull the gene pool a little bit,
Yeah,
Clear it out, get rid of the dumbasses.
Hey, I use TikTok.
Oh,
So do I.
I'm so sorry.
Well, like I think any of the creators. It's mostly the creator type people.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The people that like
you do realize that by being on
they're trying
TikTok,
to get the
you're
middle.
like being on TikTok, you're one of the people that's fueling the creators.
Well, yeah, that's possibly true.
Let's see, the area immediately around.
It depends though. It's like
very narrow
Like,
streets and
there can't be
Death tries to
like they
Death
can't
has tried to tell me that it's not all bad on TikTok,
like
but
TikTok can't have creators if it doesn't have its viewers.
yeah, Pornhub
and I
has
can
a lot of
lobby.
titties too.
Okay. Clocks is saying there was no panic, by the way.
Oh well, then
Except
it
for the
wasn't
one
a
stuck.
surge.
No, that's what they call when people get crushed by crowds and stuff. It's called a crowd surge.
I thought that was just called a crowd or
No.
like a riot
Not-
or.
No, when they get crushed like that, it's a crowd surge. It's what it's called.
Oh well.
But yeah, that's just like reiterate this point. Stick to the edges, or if you can't do that, be inside a fucking building. At least
Well,
that
see,
way
the
you have
people-
some way to
Look.
escape.
I just wouldn't go,
Yeah.
see,
but that's me.
I believe there were people like actually being pushed up against walls and stuff, and they were the ones who like started getting crushed. Let's see, when it said the crush started when a group of young men pushed others until people started falling. Some survivors claim that because business hours were over, nearby establishment had also blocked people from entering this to escape the crush. The first call to emergency services number was made at
That's largely on
1834.
businesses being dicks. They see people are being in help and they're like, no, fuck you, then yeah, that one's on them.
Nope. In the call, the caller said that an alley next to the Hamilton Hotel was becoming extremely crowded and dangerous. The caller clarified after being prompted by the official that they felt that a large accident would happen if people fell over. Between the call and 2200, at least 79 emergency calls were made. Emergency officials said at least 11 calls were made by people experiencing compressive suffocation. So that's what is caused by a crowd surge. You actually have compressive suffocation.
Too many people sucking the air out.
Yep.
Well, like just being squished to the point that you can't breathe.
Well,
But-
that also happened at that concert I was talking about. I think like 6 or 7 people actually died at that concert. The one, not that one, the one that I think was like in Florida or wherever, where the guy saw what was happening, the dude up on stage, and he was like, ah, fuck it, let's keep partying. Like, people were getting crushed up against the walls, dying. People, like a few people fell down, and well, people just stomped on them and stomped them to death. Not like necessarily on purpose. There was just too many people. And yeah, that was another thing. I think that venue got sued because they were way over capacity, and they knew that, and they didn't care.
And once again, money prevails over people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You know, how much is a human life worth, you know?
There's actually a money amount on the like if you Google it, I think there's actually an accurate account.
Oh yeah, in China, I think it's like $10,000 or something, or at least that's what it used to be.
I think it's lower than that.
Yeah.
Well, no, in China it was like 10K. Not to like buy somebody as a slave, to like pay to get to go into a room and shoot somebody in the face with a gun or stab them to death or however you want to kill them. It's about 10K per person.
Have you been on the dark web?
It's about
Me? Nah.
it's
nah.
about 30 to 50 if it's a more high profile
Never,
person.
would
10 for the
never do
regular
that.
ones.
Nah, I'm too stupid to get on there. I don't go to the deep web.
I've been on there.
Dark
Well, yeah, but you're a lot smarter than me. You work in tech support, for instance, according to Death.
web. He should be in fucking tech support.
Well,
Never get a job for doing something that you enjoy because you will fucking hate it every time.
that is true.
Well,
You will start to hate it.
I'm in finance and I love finance.
Well, come back and talk to us after like 15 years.
Okay, so 9 more years. Okay. Okay, so more Darwin Awards, guys. So there is actually a list of Darwin Awards. I pulled up the one for 2022.
Actually,
And
I have a question before we continue on.
yep.
Why is Clock so fascinated with a whole bunch of Asians getting killed?
She's not. She's found out that she's got a new phobia in this crowd surges.
Oh, I thought.
There was people
Okay,
stuck
well,
at the
that's better
bottom,
than having a
basically
new
the
phobia
kids in
called
the hotel
Asians.
had created a wall. So one side had the road, the other had the alleyway, and people stuck. Yeah, that would be so scary. Like, my heart goes out to the people in Korea who had to deal with that. Like,
Yeah,
it's rough.
that's.
Yeah, like it is a shit situation to be in, but at the same time, a crowd that size and nothing was done about it, they
Oh.
kind of only have themselves to blame at that point.
Well, you can point the finger
the
at a lot of
government.
people. You can point the finger at the authorities, which I'm lumping the authorities in with the government there. You can point the finger at each individual that was like, yeah, let's go out there in that street with like fucking 10,000 people or 100,000 or however many it was. Yeah, what's the worst could possibly go wrong? You can blame whatever. What would you say? They were like trick or treating or whatever. Like I don't.
Like everyone's just gonna be pointing fingers about it, but that's the thing. Like they were all at fault for that.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's what I was gonna say. You can like point the finger at so many people in that situation. The emergency. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe not really the emergency people. They were probably doing everything they could. They just, it's kind of frowned upon to get in an ambulance and drive through a crowd, running people over to try to rescue one person at the other end.
I mean, you're in an ambulance. You
Feel
can
like
fix
they
them
were.
up afterwards.
Well, yeah, but ambulances can't haul that many people. I mean, unless you're just stacking dead bodies in there like cordwood.
Just bring extra rope. Just tie them to the back. Drag them along the road. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, road rash. Yeah, don't worry. If
And-
he's still kicking, he's fine. Like,
Yeah, just like when they're on the back of the road, just have a big sign on the back of the ambulance saying "just married."
Oh my god, that's like that ties into kind of like what we were talking
is
about
that a
last week
Korean
about the
wedding?
tortures, but with oh my god, guys.
Wait, ties into the what now? What were we
It ties
talking about?
into the tortured methods that we were talking about last week. Wasn't there one where a guy's like gets pulled behind a boat?
No, he gets thrown over the front, killed, hauled, or
Oh
keel
yeah,
hauled.
that's it. That's it.
Pretty sure they did that in Final Destination.
How? How would they have done that in Final Destination?
Actually, no. That might have been a horse that they done it with. I just remember something getting thrown over the board of a ship, going underneath it, and then hitting the propellers at the back end of it.
Of a ship?
Oh, that reminds me of yeah.
Final Destination was a plane.
Oh, it was a plane.
There's like
I heard
100
boat.
of those, aren't there?
Yeah, true. There's like 6 or 7 of them now.
7, I think.
Like yeah.
No, well, technically there's an infinite amount of them because of how they ended it.
Watch a lot of sad things from crime stories to try. Yep, morbid podcast. I know. Yeah, the people that they did save was all civilians. Oh. Yep, there's a lot of students and stuff in those crowds because well, it's a Halloween thing. Like all these kids are so excited to be out there, and parents just like, I mean, come on, it was their first COVID thing to go to after COVID,
And it kind
they
of
just were all excited and.
It reiterates my point about teachers being complete fucking morons because there were teachers in that group and they should have known better as well. Like, it's their job to have a fucking brain.
Well, he is right.
Okay. Different topic. Okay. So Darwin Awards.
Wait, I seen something in there about space. What about space? I'll talk about space.
Where's
What?
the ferry was a school trip. I don't know what you're
There
talking
was people
The one that
stuck
went down.
people stuck at the bottom with space. Oh, never mind. I thought she was.
She's talking about the people in the street, goofball.
Yeah, I thought she was like talking about space. I was like, hell yeah, we'll
No.
talk about space, but never mind. She's just talking about people ran out of space.
I have a
and
feeling we're
couldn't
gonna go
live
over
anymore.
2 hours today, guys, because we're.
Well, I did say it was going to happen at some point repeatedly.
Yes. Okay, so oh my god, guys, you and that realistic knocking. Grr,
Yeah, I would turn that off for the podcast, like all the noisemakers and stuff.
I might have to, because these guys are going crazy. Which one did that one now? Jack again. Now y'all lost track of things. We never lose track of things. We're right where we're supposed to be. Okay, so Darwin Awards, and the caption on it says, shout out to those who sacrificed their very lives, inadvertently to be sure, to improve our gene pool by the 1 minute iota.
Yeah, and then the survivors end up on TikTok.
Yep. So, thanks. I posted TikTok, asshole.
Oh no. Even Redsa doesn't post TikTok. She's just on there.
How could you betray your country to China?
Yeah, what the
We're
fuck?
already owned by China. What the fuck?
Post your game stuff on like everything except TikTok. You got YouTube, you got Twitch, you got.
It goes. I have it on YouTube, and I have Twitch, and I have.
Like, it's
Instagram
common knowledge that TikTok has people from the Chinese Communist Party in it, for fuck's sake.
Instagram is just for like hookers and thoughts and stuff.
And
like,
sugar daddies.
Why are you posting shit on fucking Instagram?
The only time I want to hear Instagram, the only time I want to hear about Instagram is when I have a weed dealer.
My weed dealer.
Wait, what the fuck is Instagram? I thought
My weed dealer's
Instagram
on
was.
Snapchat. That's why I'm not on Snapchat.
I thought Instagram was like the cheaper alternative to OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck is this?
No, it's
I just
not.
thought it was like a bunch of.
Instagram. Oh my god, Instagram
I thought
is actually
Instagram
fairly
was
similar
just
to
like where.
Facebook.
I thought it was like a bunch of chicks who just like took pictures of their asses and tits and shit and
Well,
posted
no,
that all over the
or
place.
more.
Like,
It's kind of similar to it's kind of a mix between TikTok and Facebook because you can post your videos, but you can also actually make daily posts and reels too. So it's like a mix, but you don't have like um
well, yeah, but you can make daily posts anywhere.
but it's like about pictures, visual things, not just words.
Yeah, exactly. Tits and asses. Yeah, exactly. That's.
Yeah, okay, I will say a lot of my newsfeed is, or all my For You page might have a lot of tits and asses.
Oh, so you're posting
there
a
are
lot
kitties
of.
there too. No, I'm not posting this
She's
stuff.
okay. Well, you guys heard it here. Death's page on Instagram has nothing but her tits and asses all over it. If you would like to see what glitter nipples looks like, please go to
I'm
her
gonna Google
Instagram
Death's Instagram.
or subscribe or however you do shit on Instagram. I don't fuck
They
with
have
Instagram, but
followers. They just follow. But no, my glitter nipples are not on Instagram.
how come you showed that your neighbor your glitter nipples, but you won't show like random people on the internet your glitter nipples? Like,
I did not show my neighbor my glitter nipples.
yes, you did. You should tell that
didn't
story.
How are your friends about that?
He must have paid for the trial version.
I didn't realize that my shirt, my pajama shirt, was that see-through, okay, when I went out and cleaned off my deck, okay?
Yeah, she's just out there sweeping away. The neighbor comes over, standing at the end of his driveway,
And
just staring
asking
at
me
her from
about
across the
my
street.
neighbor, he asked me about my cat because my cat is an indoor-outdoor cat and he likes to go over, and apparently my neighbor feeds the stray cats in the neighborhood. And my cat's a fat ass and will go over there after he ate at my house and will go eat the food that he leaves out for the strays.
Yeah, and then the
And
guy
so-
walks across the yard while he's telling her this shit, and he's like,
Across
man,
the road. This is
man,
the guy
look
across
at them.
the road.
Oh, okay. He's like walking on. He's like, damn, look
And
at them
so
nipples.
this is
Holy
the
shit,
first
I
time
gotta
he
make
ever
up an
did-
excuse to talk to this chick. Hey, you know,
Well,
your cat's pretty active little guy, you know, he's running around,
what's
he's
his
doing
name? So I
stuff in
know
the
his name,
neighborhood.
like, ask me his
Also,
name and
not to
stuff.
mention, the first time he told us, it wasn't across the road. He made it sound like it was over a fence.
No, this guy's
yeah.
across the road. He walked across the road and to ask me
Yeah,
about
to get a better look at your nipples. With your see-through
that
top
cap
that
has
you.
now been thrown away, by the way. Like, it is
Why did that
done.
guy jizz on it a little bit? You get like a jizz stain on it, you can't get out. Like,
Did you
No,
decide to just skip the see-through altogether and just walk out there topless?
yeah, that's what she did. She walked out. She's like, "I'm gonna sweep the porch nude." Yeah. Then the neighbor guy comes out. I hope this isn't like a really old guy, like 80s years old, you know, because you're probably gonna give him a fucking heart attack. Like he'll just die. Like he won't know what the fuck's happening.
Nope, I totally got rid of that because so I won't make that mistake again and forget that I have a see-through top on.
Well, I don't know
No-
why you don't
no
put regular
one
clothes
gets
on
to
whenever you
see-
go outside to do yard work anyway.
No one gets to see the glitter nipples. They're my glitter nipples.
Unless you go to her Instagram and follow her on Instagram.
Or happen to live next door.
I could not find her Instagram.
Good.
I'm gonna look at.
So what are you messaging me about?
Just
now?
go to Google and type in glitter nipples. She'll be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, I've heard that there's been recently a huge surge of that as well. So
Yeah,
if you look up glitter nipple inflation, you might find it as well.
Oh, does she got those inflatable boobs?
What?
God damn, Death. I hear those are pretty expensive.
Oh, thank you very much. and now I'm like trying to avoid like picking them up and shit on because I'm streaming my
You're trying to avoid picking up your boobs?
boobs. Yes, my
What-
boobs to show
what,
that they're
did they-
real. Cause
Like, did they
they're-
just
Wait a
detach it
minute,
full?
did they?
Did they detach
Did
it
they
full on the
fall
floor?
They're
Why
not
are they
real.
talking about boobs right now?
I think her boobs fell off into the floor. Now she's like trying to pick them up, but she doesn't want everybody watching like her video to know that, you know, she dropped her boobs on the floor. So she's
Yes.
like,
See, this is why I don't. This is why I don't like plastic surgery. This is why I don't like plastic surgery. You should have gone with rubber surgery, so at least that way they would have bounced back up into your hand.
No, there's these inflatable ones. I think, like like you could like pump them full of stuff and they inflate and.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I guess whenever you're done for the night, like you can like go into I guess the bathroom and on inflate them, and then you can go to bed with small boobs. But like if you're just going to be around the house that day, you don't got to worry about inflating your boobs.
Oh yeah, and it's
You
just
can
like
just
it's save on birthday balloons as well. Just fill them with helium and just put happy birthday on them and walk around floating in the air.
Yeah, Death, have you ever tried inflating your boobs with helium to make them lighter, maybe easier on your back?
How would you do that? How would you? Because what? You hit a vein and fucking die at that point.
Just don't hit the
No,
vein.
the
It's
Ares
helium,
said
not
that you have
coke.
those.
Okay,
Ares
where
said that you
where-
have the inflatable ones. Like they're
I
the
don't.
like you have those installed. There's like a port on each side beside the armpit, and you just like hook the tube up to that, fill them up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just simple pumping. It sounds like this.
How do you guys come up with this shit?
I don't know. This is why I decided that we should have a podcast. I never thought in a podcast we'd go for like 10 minutes about my tits.
Well, I
Well,
can talk
Honestly,
all
that's
day
on
about
you. You should have
tits, but
expected that.
Def,
yeah, you should have expected that. I could talk all day about tits.
Def, you have me and Rawg in a VC. How did you not expect it to go tits up?
Exactly. And Redza, to answer your question, this is a tiny little peek into how my brain operates.
Yeah, and the
Very tiny people.
And the
Very,
quick
very
ar-
He's
tiny.
constantly thinking about Death's breast.
the quick answer is we don't think about it. We just do it.
That's true. I don't have much of a filter. Most of the time I say shit and don't even realize I said it till afterwards, and I'm like, fuck, I hope I didn't like, offend anybody or hurt
God.
anybody's feelings.
The amount of times I've
And then
done
I'm
that.
like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't really have a filter.
Yeah, the amount of times I've done that, and then my brain goes like, "Oh yeah, that might be fucked up to say." Oh well.
Poor Redza got drug into this podcast. She's like, what in the fuck is this?
We're blowing up titties with helium? What?
That's a thing. Well, I mean, no, you don't. I think it's like a liquid you pump into them. I don't know. Like, I heard about this shit. I don't know. I'll have to Google it sometime.
Yes, Google it
What
for
are
next
you
time.
gonna even Google?
Inflatable titties.
I'll Google it right now. Fuck it. We're
I'm already on
this
it.
Fucking.
I mean, my fucking browser history has the black market prices for organs. This is gonna be the least weird
It
shit
means
that's on it.
inflatable boobs.
Well, I don't know if those are the right one. Like, I'm not talking about like the ones that you like hang
Eh.
over your like you
Those
put
are
them
for
on.
men. Those are men.
These are
Yeah.
like this is like an implant type thing. Like you get
realistic, inflatable.
Oh, you're going down that road? I was gonna look for the biggest ones.
Implant. Inflatable breast implants. Or what are adjustable breast implants?
yeah, those.
So London may have already beat us to it. What the fuck?
What?
In the Irish news for 2000 and the 1st of April 2019. Okay, yeah, that explains it. In London, there are giant inflatable boobs popping up around the city to support breastfeeding in public.
they just have boobs floating around. Is that what
No,
that is?
there is a giant inflatable boob sitting on top of a building.
Man, that is awesome. I kind of want to visit London.
Don't tell Scaly that.
Although I can't say I'm surprised considering that's also the country that tried setting the sea on fire.
I should send this article to Scaly so she can get some boobies.
Yep. There you go. Helping them out.
But yeah, okay. So I have found it. Expandable breast implants.
Yeah, I told you they're a thing. Like you guys thought I was making this shit up. That shit's real. I get very bored late at night when there's no one to talk to.
Basic saline implants that can be adjusted post-augmentation operation. The concept of the implants comes from a reconstructive breast surgery where an expandable implant is expanded on a weekly basis following surgery until the desired volume or size is achieved. The concept has migrated to cosmetic surgery procedures and leads directly to breast augmentation. But how can that be? Because you have skin.
It's
It
like
stretches.
a fucking sack. They put a sack inside your tit, and then they pump shit into it.
And then it stretches, and then the skin regrows again. It regrows to that being its natural shape, and then they increase the size
like when
again.
someone gains weight, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Although what I'm more wondering is,
Stretches.
did they replace the nipples with valves, and that's how they inflate it? They just go to the doctor, they pop up the valves on their nipples, and the doctor just blows them up.
Like a little top.
Yeah. So I'll be back in 4 years. I just need to go get a medical degree.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh
Does
my
medical
God.
degree only take 4 years in Ireland? Because it takes 7.
I think it's more of a nursing one, but yeah, it's still a basic medical license. Well, it wouldn't be a medical license; it'd be the license to look after people to help the doctors.
You don't need to go to fucking college or whatever for 4
I never said I was
years
going to college.
to blow up like you know, you just the woman comes in, you put your mouth on her nipple, you start blowing, you know. I mean, it's you
Oh.
don't need a license for that. Just start a whorehouse.
No, see, I
Feel
wasn't.
like you're
No, I wasn't going to college to get
brothel
a.
at this point.
The suspect's brothel. We're starting.
Yeah, there we go.
Well,
Clark. That's a good one.
To be fair, we did have the idea of having a suspects do this calendar at some point, but
You had that.
no, that one was Eddie. I'm like 70% sure.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Clocks wrote off on that. She was like, "Yep, that's a go."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that's
I'm
how
pretty
we're
sure.
gonna fund the server, guys.
I'm pretty sure it was Eddie that came up with it, and me and Source were fully backing it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'll be a topic in the next meeting.
Hey guys, if you want to join in on this shit show and join in on our conversations whenever we have this, I click the link that is in my chat to join the Discord server so you can hear us come up with this bullshit.
And
Because
prepare for a wild time.
No, see,
this is only like 10% of what we cover.
Yeah, but see, like, when you say come up with this bullshit, you're making it sound like we have a creation procedure. We don't even have that.
No, when we play games together or just sit in a chat together, it is like 10 times worse than this. Oh, we
have to filter for Twitch and YouTube.
No, you do. I don't.
Let's just say, what? A few hours ago, going on 4 hours ago now, we had a staff meeting for our server. And it went on for 2 hours. Longest that it's probably been in quite some time because we just had so much random stuff going off the rail. And all of a sudden I was just like, guys, our podcast starts in 20 minutes. We need to wrap this up. And I don't think we really did anything staffy.
No, we did. We covered anime. Yeah. We covered
bedroom activities, the red room.
For some reason you guys want to start a like horror red room thing where you drag somebody into a room and murder them on the dark web. I was not on board with that. That was not okay for me.
Yeah, I'd rather just do it on YouTube.
From 50 Shades of Grey. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, you guys, all the women start talking about their fucking fantasies and shit.
No, we were discussing what we were originally discussing was how in their teens, women don't think about sex like men do. Because women don't generally reach their general sexual peak until their 30s to 40s.
Well, no wonder it takes them so long to fucking orgasm if it takes 12 years to get them to that point.
I love cougars.
And as a teenager, even up to my 20s, and even somewhat into my 20s, I generally didn't know about the idea of sex. Like I kind of did when I found my brother's porn, but like my first time, yeah, we got nothing done, Clocks. We got nothing done.
That's not true. We did.
But in like my first time, I was actually I hold it under a sexual abuse category because I didn't know. Nothing was talked about. Nothing. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I think it's different for every woman because I was not taught it. My mom just threw a sex book at me and told me to read it.
See, my mom, when I got my first period, I thought it was dying.
I thought
Had no
so
idea.
too, and then my mom kind of explained it, and then she threw the sex book at me.
No one explained anything. They just threw a pad at me and said, "Here you go."
And they were like,
I learned nothing.
these two
And then
women
they
were
wondered-
like, wait a minute, I have to deal with this for how long?
Yep, and then they wonder why I didn't know how about family planning or Planned Parenthood or anything like that, and wonder why I got pregnant by like 3 different men and 2 out of wedlock.
Well,
See,
Like
I don't even
the
remember.
first-
I don't even.
I think it differs from woman to woman because,
Yes,
like, for
it
me,
totally.
I definitely grew up with like a sex ed in my school and stuff. So, and we were actually taught about like Planned
Grew up
Parenthood and
religious.
everything, like by grade 9.
Yep,
So.
I grew up in a religious household and went to
Ooh,
a
they'll do it.
parochial school where we were told women don't talk about this stuff.
Ooh, yeah, they'll do it.
So
That's
like
weird.
I had no idea. My first relationship where sex ended up being involved was actually pretty abusive, and I didn't even think about that because I was religious. I thought I lost my virginity to this guy, even though I had no idea what had. No, like I didn't want that, but I dated the guy for almost 2 years, and then someone pulled me aside and said, like, why are you in this relationship? And it's like, what do you mean? Because I was religious. He took my virginity. I have to stay with him. Like, that's how I grew up.
Is that how religion works? I thought it was you didn't have
No,
sex
God.
until you were married.
But I didn't know I was having sex.
Except for the poophole loophole.
You did. Well, yeah, there is that. Wait, you didn't. Wait a minute. You
No,
didn't know
I
you were
didn't
having.
know. I didn't know that was sex.
What the
I
fuck
had no
did you think it was? You were wrestling? Like,
No, I didn't know what was happening.
you didn't know what. How old were you?
14. Had no idea. I was
Wait, what?
so naive. Oh, yeah.
What? That.
Yep.
Ah.
My mom never sat me down for anything. And like my dad took care of the boys because boys generally talk or nope, had no idea.
Wow. So you just thought that, oh, this is a normal thing people do. They get naked and they lay on top of
We
each
were
other.
naked.
Like,
We weren't fully naked.
Like, did you not like see sex scenes in movies or something?
Nope.
yeah. Like, did you not watch anything? Like,
Nope.
I mean, I grew up in the '90s too. There was
So
a
did
moderate
I.
amount of sex on regular TV.
See, so did I. I never got that talk as well, from what I remember. Like, my first, like, I knew about it. I know all the details. I don't know why the fuck I knew about it, because I never had that fucking talk with anyone. It's just...
Yeah, like, that's me. I'm kind of there
But, like-
with him. Like, nobody ever sat me down and had that talk. I figured it out. Like,
I can even tell you... I can tell... I didn't
I
even know
was
porn
around, like-
existed until... And I can
Yep.
tell you the year it existed. I was born in 93. I found out in 2007 is when I found out
Like,
porn existed.
I found my brother's porn collection after.
And
that's when I started kind of thinking. But
like-
yeah, then I didn't I wasn't sat down on, hey, a baby's made by this way. And then people wondered why I got pregnant when I was fucking 20.
I can even tell you how I remember the year.
I mean, you
Because-
didn't have friends in high school that like talked about this shit, or
Girls don't talk about that shit.
I also have the same question.
you
Because,
didn't
like,
hear men, like guys in your class or whatever, like I
read
don't know.
books. I was a loner. I did my own thing. I played sports with a whole bunch of people, but they had all their cliques.
I was a loner as well.
I'm blown away. I mean, I kind of
didn't
was,
have-
but
I
I'm
didn't get on
blown
the
away by
internet.
you
I was-
didn't like none, like no books that you ever read had any
Nope.
kind of sex in them. No movies or
That
TV
ain't-
shows, or like I'm not even talking about like porn.
Didn't
I'm
wa-
just
didn't-
talking
didn't
about
watch
like
TV.
a romance movie or something.
Nope, I barely watched TV when I was younger. I was sports, books, and
I mean,
it was
you
just-
grew up on a farm. You
you
didn't
watch
like.
stuff
I
in
didn't grow
romance,
up on
but-
a farm. I
Well,
didn't
I
grow
thought
up
you
on
did.
a farm.
I was gonna say, like, you
No,
didn't see like a
it
horse
was
like
farm-
mounting another horse, or a cow, like a bull mounting a cow. Like,
Nope.
you never saw like a rooster hop on the back of a hen and just wonder what the fuck are they doing? Like,
Yeah, like just wildlife even.
Nope.
Like you never saw a deer like trying to, as one
You never
woman
saw
who
an
tried
animal
to.
just humping?
One woman
Nope.
tried to explain it to her
Nope.
kid that deer's having a hard time getting up the hill, and the other one's helping push it up the hill. Like you never.
After I had sex or had that relationship, that's when I started actually kind of realizing things. But even still, then I didn't. No one was really telling me about things. I just knew you needed to wear a condom. That's it.
Did you have a dog like that was trying to hump your leg or hump somebody's
No.
leg whenever?
I had a dog, but they never humped our legs or anything.
When was
Like,
the
I
first
saw a
time you
dog.
saw an animal in your life? Like, was you 20 whenever you saw like, oh
No,
look, it's
I
a
saw
bird?
animals. Animals aren't always humping things.
Like, I'm just like, as a fellow woman, it's just like a little wild to me. Like, it sounds like you were almost raised in a cult.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that
All
actually
religions
does
are
sound like
cults.
that's what.
I knew that was gonna come from Aries.
Well,
I knew
yeah,
it.
they are, but like, I mean, it's yeah, like it sounds like you were like maybe raised in a fucking compound or something with like high walls and like they like. I mean, okay, answer me this: where you lived, like your house, was your school like right next door, and were there high walls around
No.
the neighborhood?
No.
Okay, all right,
No.
because like I don't I'm like blown away.
Oh
I
my
never knew
god, I
this
just
about you.
remembered something. Okay, so when before this all happened, I actually would go on bike rides to an ice cream shop where this girl teenager would actually sit there and I'd get an ice cream and she would tell me about her sexcapades. And I didn't understand. I would just sit there and nod.
She was just like, "Is this where you go to get the ice cream? Is that how you get the ice cream here? Is by this story you're
Like, this
telling
was
me?"
interaction for me. Like, my brothers didn't want me to play with them. My closest friend as a child ended up being one of those who only wanted me around when they wanted me around. So I did things. I did things on my own. I read my book. I played my sports. I rode my bike.
So did I.
I grew as somebody with a disability. I grew up a loner, but
But
I still
but then
learned
where did you learn
shit.
this stuff?
Like, that's the thing. Like, I was a loner, and I just read a shit ton of books, and I had unrestricted access to the internet
But
as a kid.
yeah, see, I didn't
I
have,
didn't, and
didn't
I
have
just knew
internet.
about it. Like,
I had no internet to look things up on. I was never on the internet. I didn't get into gaming or anything until 2021.
like the only reason I know the year I found
Or
about
21.
porn is look up the release date of Dead Rising, and it was about 6 months after that.
That's funny.
And because
I only have one question. Just one question.
Yeah.
Puberty. Did you not? I don't know.
What about it?
Like puberty.
You
Did you
didn't have urges?
Aside from
Oh,
periods, did you
okay,
not
so-
experience anything else?
So I went to a high school dance, and this guy danced up on me, and I had those tingly feelings, right? I had no idea what the fuck that was. I was
I
just
never
like,
had those.
why does my body feel like this?
But you didn't explore it?
Nope.
Like you didn't go to the bathroom and like
Nope.
play with
I
yourself
had
a
a
little
guy
bit or
offer.
something? Like
I had a
what
guy
the fuck?
offer to
To be
kink
fair,
me, and I just knew that as a no-no zone, so I just instantly went no. But I didn't know what he was actually trying to do.
not everyone
Like-
who goes through puberty gets those urges, because I didn't.
But like you
Maybe
never.
I did.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
never
get
heard-
my
I
first urge
did.
was in high school or
Like
dance.
even with my introduction to porn, like at the time, like when I was in the secondary, when I was in secondary school at the time, there was only 2 people I talked to. I was at the house of one of those guys, and I was playing Dead Rising. He came over, he pulled me over to his computer, was like, "Hey, look at this site I found." My reaction was, "Oh, cool," and then I went back to playing Dead Rising. That's how I know why. That's why I know when I found out about porn.
I'm not saying necessarily like two to tango. Did you not tango with yourself?
Yeah, exactly. You never
Nope.
pleasured
Didn't do it.
yourself.
I didn't do that until I was 18.
What?
What?
I had no idea that was a thing. That was
How?
like I said, that area was no. You don't touch.
How?
What? You didn't
How?
get curious?
Nope.
How are you alive?
Hence why submissive.
No. Even a submissive
just-
wolf can like get a bite to eat whatever the pack brings down to kill. No, that's not. No, that is not. You're fucking with us. She's trolling us.
No, I'm not. I'm not, because even my boyfriend at that time, he was just like, so, well, what do you use to masturbate? And I'm just like, masturbate? What? I thought that was a guy thing to do. I didn't realize that girls even did it.
No.
And he's just like, and then he took me to a store, and I'm like, oh my god, and it opened up my eyes.
Welcome to the toy box. Yeah, like
I didn't even have that.
well, I mean, I've never been to like
Yeah,
a store like that, but
Like, have you not, like, I don't know, sat near a pool jet or on a washing
yes,
machine or
thank
something?
you.
no,
Like,
I didn't.
did you like ever like?
Oh.
So you just never rode on a motorcycle, a dirt bike, a riding tractor?
Play Power Washer
Like,
Simulator.
Like I
No.
don't know anything
I
that
don't have a power
vibrates.
washer.
You've never, like she said, like you were never in a pool that had like a jet. You were never like, I don't know, near a running
Okay,
engine
this is
sitting
gonna
on
sound,
something.
This is gonna sound bad. We had a pool and it had a jet, and I would put my butt in front of it.
You didn't put your butt in front of it.
You never thought to turn around?
No, I didn't. I didn't have any of those urges to do that.
Okay, so well, we know that Death prefers the butt play as opposed to the.
No.
How did you have kids?
The
Like-
cavemen figured it out.
That's happened when she found out about sex.
9 months after she had sex. What the fuck is this? What the hell? It's a little thing. It's a little creature that's squirming. What the
Well, no,
fuck?
So the guy that I was with obviously knew what was going on, so he knew to. Okay, 30 seconds before an ad break, chat, just so you know. So he knew to have a condom and everything. So apparently he had this all fucking planned out, but didn't decide to fucking talk to me about it.
I'll just run a quick tip
'Cause
before
I-
the ad starts. If you want to keep listening and ignore the ad, as soon as the ad pops up, mute it, hit the pop-up that comes up on the stream on the top right-hand corner, pop out the video and full size it. You'll still be able to watch the stream and hear us without hearing the ad.
See, and this is why I say he's our local tech support. But, well, not local. You're not local, but kind of local.
I'm on the same planet, close enough.
But yeah, so that was. So my first child, that's how I learned how. Hey, that's how you have a baby. If you don't wear a condom and you you have sex, you could get pregnant. And so, and then and that's how I learned that. And then the second one, it was confirmed. And the third one was actually planned. That one I actually planned for my third child.
Man, you better hope your
I-
kids never see this.
I know,
Like, I
Redza.
grew up
I'm
with a
in
lot-
the same boat.
I will say
Well,
that
like,
on the upside,
I'm
on the
completely
upside,
upfront with my kids.
at least you weren't one of those people who thought they got pregnant through masturbation.
Like, I grew up
Or
with
a
some of the
toilet
most
seat or-
religious
Yeah.
friends, and this is straight out of a cult. Like, I've never heard of so much lack.
Well, no.
All
see,
religions are
I-
fucking cults! The only reason Catholics have been around for so long and been so popular is because they've killed the most people!
Yeah.
That is true.
But, like,
See-
the thing is, cavemen figured it out.
Yeah, like she's right. Like even like our
I wasn't
ancient
curious.
ancestors
I was
figured
not
it out.
curious at all until about, let's see, when did I? Probably my late 20s is when I really started. Well, no, early 20s is when I really started getting sexually active. Now, no, I'm not gonna say that on stream.
Already did. Too late.
No, there's part that I was gonna add on. I'm like, nope. In my mind, I'm like crossed out.
Also, not to mention, a person, me, who has zero fucking sex drive, knew about it!
I actually had and still have a pretty strong sex drive, but like,
Mine's
so, I mean, I
non-existent.
can't really relate to Ares there, but I mean, I learned about porn, I guess, way younger than everybody else, but
I feel
like
like I'm
whenever
in the same boat.
thank you. I'm glad somebody here is like with me and I don't feel so alone. But like this was before. Well, I mean, okay, it wasn't before. Like we just didn't have any access to like the internet whenever I was young or whatever. So I mean, the internet was around. This like no like this was back whenever not everybody had a computer. Not every household was wired for internet. I had just like heard from like places that like my parents would sometimes take me to like other like their friends' houses, you know, like where they would get to drinking and stuff, and like, you know, they'd start talking about this stuff. And then I actually accidentally found my first porn. Yeah, it was on VHS. Okay, that's how far back we're going here.
God.
And I remember like my brother, it had to have belonged to one of my brothers. I don't know which one. But we had this entertainment center in the living room. Oh my god, my sister's probably going to listen to this, but that's all right. She'll just learn something about me that she didn't want to learn, I guess.
Well, if anything, she just got a warning.
Yeah, exactly.
Rawg sister, if you don't want to hear this,
sis,
stop now.
yeah, sis, if you don't want to hear this, please skip forward. I don't know, 5 minutes. Anyways,
We'll start taking notes.
it must have belonged to one of my brothers. We had this like pretty big entertainment center in our living room. And this was right about the time I started like staying home by myself. And so I don't know, I must have been like 12 or 13. And I was sitting in the living room floor. I think I had like a Disney movie on. I think it was like The Lion King or something. While I was sitting on the floor playing with my Legos. And the movie ended. So, you know, I got up and to like, you know, look through the VHS tapes and pick what I wanted to watch next. And I saw this video. Like we always put the videos like in these VHS like I don't know. It's like a drawer thing that you pull out, and it's got slots in there that like you could slide your VHS tapes into,
Has
and it
slots
holds
for you
them
to
like
slide stuff into. You got it.
yeah. It's nice and neat. You know, it's a nice neat way to keep your VHS tapes, you know, organized and whatever. But I put the Lion King one away, and I saw this video that was like laying on top of the entertainment center on the edge. And I was like, well, that's not, you know, we've never put videos up there. Like, that's not okay. We got to put them in the VHS drawer thingy. And I looked at it. And there was this really hot girl in the front. And obviously, you know, I had a pretty strong sexual drive at a young age. And I'm like, wow, she's really pretty. I wonder what this is about. And by the way, I didn't really learn how to read very well until I was like 14, 15 years old. I was a slow learner whenever I can read fine now, but that's not the point. I couldn't read what the fuck the movie was called. So, but I grab it, you know, and I pull it out. My first habit every time, whenever I pull a video out of like a thing, you look to see like if it's rewound or like halfway through, or you know, if you have
Stuck
to
in the
rewind it or
middle.
whatever.
Be kind
And
of rewind.
yes, exactly. So I saw that it was like halfway done. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll pop it in and I'll just rewind it and watch it from the beginning because I thought this girl in the front was really pretty. And I'm like, well, I want to see more of her. I'm thinking it's like I don't know, some kind of like a movie that I definitely was not expecting what I saw. I didn't know what it was, but I thought the girl was pretty or the woman was pretty. So I was like, yeah, I want to see more of this. So I went ahead, did the rewind, started watching it. It opened up like it was like a caveman type thing. Like it was the weirdest fight. Like my introduction to porn was really fucking weird because it was like one of those one of those porns that like has a story, but the story was not like, oh, I ordered a pizza and like, you know, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. You know, it was like a mockumentary of how like, well, I guess it wasn't really cavemen, like how like ancient warlords or whatever like took their women or whatever. It wasn't like rape or anything like that. But here comes the chick on the screen that I saw in the cover. And then like they go into this really beautiful garden and this guy takes all his clothes off and then takes all her clothes off. And I'm like, oh yeah, boobies. You know, I love boobies. I knew what those were. And then they started fucking. Well, first he started sucking his dick, and I'm like, oh, that's what that's for, you know? I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I'm fucking like learning shit, you know? And then like,
Take
you know,
notes.
he like picks her up and like, you know, kind of
Puts her
like
on a
turns
rock.
her, yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Did you see the same one? It was like a fucking rock, like a big rock that was like under this fountain, like this big. It looked like something from like Rome or Greece or something. Like it was a garden like that. Like there was marble everywhere, like marble statues and shit. Like, I don't know, honestly, I guess looking back on it, it's kind of a high quality porno, I guess. I mean, the places where they shot this stuff was actually pretty cool looking, like pretty, you know, adventure. It was like almost like something out of Lord of the Rings or some shit, except for with porn. And you know, then he like starts, you know, like he gets his dick, you know, and the camera like kind of zooms in, you know, he gets his dick in his hand and he's, you know, slides it in her vagina, you know, and he, you know, he starts, and I'm like, oh, you can do it with that too, like, holy shit! I'm like sitting up there, man. This thing's like a workhorse. Holy shit! It can do so much, you know, like, and well, later on that day, I learned what it was like to ejaculate, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. I didn't really know what the fuck was happening, but well, I mean, I kind of knew what was happening, but I didn't realize that video taught me a lot about the penis. Like,
See,
you know, like,
you had a
goddamn,
normal
How
this
like
thing
versatile it
can
is.
this thing can piss. You can put it in somebody's mouth. You can stick it in somebody's vagina. You can stick it in somebody's ass. You can ejaculate with it. You know, you can smack a girl on the cheek with it. Like, this thing's so fucking versatile. It's like, this is a fucking multi-tool. This thing's a fucking survival tool. You take this camping with you, man. You can fucking take down, you know, like a tree
Oh,
with it or something. You know, like, yeah, you know,
Definitely can't
this.
take down a bear.
Well, yeah. That guy told us that you can't take a bear down with your penis. He tried, failed, but I mean, damn, dude, I was blown away. This was like in 2000, maybe 2000, 2001, and yeah, like I put the video right back where I found it, like the way that I found it, you know. So like, oh man,
You're
because
gonna
I
rewind
thought.
it back to the part.
Yeah, I did. Like I fucking kept taking it out and looking at it like, okay, it was about right there, you know. And then I put it back, and then as soon as like everybody would leave again, like, you know, or you know, I was like left home by myself. I would like run into the living room, fuck the Legos, fuck Lion King, you know, fuck everything. I'm getting that video, and then my heart was broken one day whenever I like everybody left, and I went into the living room, and the video was gone.
Oh.
And but it's cool though because I found another one in one of my brother's
Good.
old rooms.
It had to be returned.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was in the house for like a month, and I'd like left it in the same fucking place, and I rewound it to the same spot each time, and then one day it was just gone. Like,
Oh.
but no, the other one I found. Now this one, if either one of my brothers ever hear this, they're probably gonna be like, "That's what happened to that fucking video. I always wondered what happened to it." And actually, I still have that VHS tape, but you know, I don't know where it is, but I still have it.
One of your brothers gonna show up at your door. To
Yeah, I know, right? But no, this one was an older one, like the one that I just told you about. That one was from like, I don't know, like the late '90s. Maybe like the year 2000, maybe 2001, whenever I watched, like maybe it was a brand new release or something. I don't know. It was really high quality. But I found this other one, like later on, like, I don't know, it must have been 4 or 5 years later. It was like 2005, 2006. I found this other one and one of my brother's old rooms because you know, they moved out a long time ago, but you know, like they left a couple of things here.
Like
And it
porn.
was right. This was like a homemade, well, not homemade. It was like they had it on like, I don't know, like they got it on HBO or something, and then, you know, used the VCR to, you know, record it. Um, or I don't know. It had to have been something like
The
that.
old camera things that you could actually tape right onto a VHS tape.
Well, no, you could just record shit with a VCR like on TV, just like a DVR
That's
is
what you
today.
mean. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they did. Anyway, and I'll never forget, it was like written in pen on the front and like one of those fucking sticker
Stickers.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was called Between the Cheeks. And I was like, huh, I wonder what that is. Now at this point, I'm a veteran. I understand the penis and the power that it holds,
Power
and
of the penis.
yeah, like
Oh my
I
god, that's what
understand
I'm titling this episode. Power of the penis.
the power of the penis. Yeah, well, I understood it. And at this point, I had some access to the internet. And I knew, about certain things. Like I got it. But I found this. It said between the cheeks, and I'm kind of thinking, ah. I wonder what that is. I wasn't as naive this time, though. I knew this wasn't like a cut scenes from The Lion King or some shit. Like this was the real shit. So I had a hunch. So I went and dug up an old VCR, hooked it up, plugged it in, and this one was from the fucking 80s. And this is where I learned, like, goddamn, girls from like the 70s and 80s, like they looked healthy. They weren't these skinny twigs that you see in porn nowadays. These girls were like thick, they were like they weren't fat, but like they looked healthy, they had a little bit of a bush, and that's where I learned, wow, I kind of like bush, that's cool. And
Hey, there's my president.
and anyway, but it was also one that told a really fucked up story of this guy who was like constantly having mental breaks because like aliens were like climbing in his house at night through a window and like fucking his mom in front of him and shit. And but like the aliens were just guys with like tinfoil, like they had tinfoil hats on with like these goofy little like wiry antennas sticking out of the tinfoil hats. They had like tinfoil bracelets, and then they had like like the old cartoons, like where like if they were gonna like show somebody's like dick or whatever, like they just put like a leaf over it or something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, imagine that, but with like a tinfoil loincloth, right? But then, of course, they got an erection, so the loincloth kind of like got pushed to the side, and they started all. But this guy was like having like all these like mental breaks and shit, and it turns out like he ends up growing up, becoming a pimp, and like he's like, yeah, we got to stop the aliens from invading by letting them fuck women's assholes. Like that was his, like that was the whole. This fucking video was wild, like it was out there, and I'm like,
And he still owns this one, guys.
yeah, this one's still around. I still got, although there's like this weird cut in the middle of the video where it's almost like somebody was trying to adjust the rabbit ears, like because this was obviously filmed like back in the fucking 80s. Somebody was trying to adjust the rabbit ears or whatever, and like this football game comes on like halfway through for about 10 seconds, like somebody's like running a touchdown. I don't know who the fuck that was, what the hell that was about. It was really staticky and like snowy, but then it
Obviously, that
fades
was a
back
very
in.
important football scene.
Obviously, I don't.
It was important
Anyway.
to the story.
This is starting to sound a lot like it was what inspired Duke Nukem Forever. Is that why it took so long for that game to come out, Randy? You're too busy watching VHS porn to give us that fucking game.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I never played I played the first one. I heard the second one sucked. But anyway, so yeah, there was like that whole scene cuts in for like 15 seconds. This guy's like running across. There's like a bunch of other football players chasing him. And then it fades back in, like right about the point where the aliens invade the hospital and like they get this nurse. Well, they start spit roasting her, but then like they got another dude like laying on the bottom. He's got his dick in one hole. The guy up behind her's got his dick in another hole, and then the guy in front of her's got his dick in that hole. So this is where I learned about triple penetration.
So that's what spit roasting means? Oh my god, our name is so perverted.
Well, I mean, kind of, though there was an additional puncture there.
I feel like you got like a very well-versed lesson.
Oh, I did. I learned about triple penetration at that point. I knew more shit than all the other kids in my high school did at that point. They didn't know about that shit. I did, though. I didn't know I knew I didn't realize everybody else didn't know about that. But yeah, it was, so that was like part 2 of my introduction into porn. And it turns out at the end, like the guy wasn't like having mental breaks or whatever. All this shit actually kept happening to him, and he just like lived in a really fucked up town where everybody fucked everybody all the time with like
a town of orgies.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But anyway, yeah, pretty much, like
That'd be
so
funny
that was
if like in front of each house there was an upside down pineapple.
well, I'm guessing that means say, swingers here or
Swingers.
whatever. But
Open to swingers.
but yeah, no, I didn't see no pineapples. But like, there was like these two chicks diking it out in a dumpster, which for a long time, believe it or not, porn kind of fucked me up with that too, because I thought that's what dumpster diving was. I didn't know dumpster diving was like where you go into the dumpster, you try to find something nice and bring it up. I thought dumpster diving was two lesbians getting into a fucking dumpster and like, licking the pussies and the rubbing of the pussies and the scissorins and the. I thought that's what dumpster diving was, and like I remember like one day in school, like shortly after that, some kid made a joke about, yeah, man, I heard his mom dumpster dives, and I'm like, wait, his mom's a lesbian? Like, I don't get it. Like, she goes into a dumpster with another woman and takes all of her clothes off and whatever. I started laughing like more than everybody else. And I think they were probably wondering, like, wow, man, he really thought that was funny. But I was thinking it was something totally unrelated.
If you're comparing women's vaginas to dumpster diving, then I think she might have a slight problem.
I
That's not what he was saying.
That's not what I meant, but yeah. So, like, yeah, dude. And there was so much, though, to, like, me learning about porn. I remember, like, one of the lesbians was actually, like, pretty hot, too. She was, like, one of my favorites. Like, she looked good. She, like, had that nice, thick 80s body, and I'm like, man.
Oh, you went away, Clocks, and you just came back to this extra weird shit? Huh.
See,
like
Clocks...
That has happened to you, what, 3-4 times today?
Like, Clocks, 2 years I've been telling you to stop walking away. That way you can't come back to weird shit.
Anyway, the other lesbian, though, I didn't really like her. She was like a twig. She, like, had, like, really short hair, like buzz cut and shit. And I'm like, man, that one's ugly. I want the pretty one, like. Oh, and they're all hookers, by the way. But yeah, like, I don't really know why there were two random lesbians in a dumpster.
Like dumpster diving is what I heard.
Well, it turns out, Clocks, if you're listening to this, dumpster diving does not mean two women having sex in a dumpster. That's not what that means. But I'm like, hey, that was awesome.
Crushed a lot of people's hearts on that one, guys.
Sorry, everybody.
Unless it's a cum dumpster.
I feel like I've heard like two polar extremes.
Yes, this is polar extremes, which is so weird. My whole life is a lie. My teenage lie. Clocks. You ruined it for Clocks, guys.
I don't know, like, mine was pretty normal, except it was also gay. But, like, it's just, like, small things. It's just like, oh, this feels nice. I don't know why, but it feels nice.
Was you in a dumpster when you discovered this?
No!
That explains the fish smell.
The thing is, I didn't... Okay, I was, like... I don't know how old I was. I know I was probably younger than 7, but I was like, oh, the pool jet feels nice there.
Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like little stuff like that over time.
Well, see, and there was an episode of House where like this.
I've watched all of those.
Where a mom brings her like 4-year-old daughter in, and just goes, she keeps like spazzing out here and randomly, and well, she's
I never got caught. I never got caught.
So
you never got caught in the pool with her vagina out.
Just like your daughter's masturbating. Like, no.
Was that the one? Was that the one where the father was using the hormonal cream or whatever the fuck it was, and it was affecting the kids?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yep.
I was just like, it feels good. I don't know what it is, but it feels good. And then I was just like, okay, I got my period. My mom says girls bleed every month. Got it. That's basically all she told me. And then, around that time, let's say, I was 9 when I got my period. I was a really, really big bookworm then, and I read a lot of romance novels. And let's say some of them would be on Kissing Nobody Bothered to read, like, the ratings of my books, so I got away with a lot of shit. So...
It's like, why did the periodic table prepare me for this? What the fuck?
not too long after that, unrestricted internet access. So total freedom and all the fan fiction. So I just knew like way too much for my age.
Oh
But
my
at the
Wait,
God.
how
same
old
time,
was
it's
you when
like
this happened?
I didn't have any
Like 9, she said.
experience until I was like 18. And then that's when I figured out that, like, yeah, I don't like dudes, I like guys. Because I was like, after I fucked a dude, I was like, yeah, that's not for me, that's disgusting. And then I was just like, girls are hot. And then, well,
Girls
even
are
when I
hot.
was younger, I was like, girls are hot. Why can't I marry my best friend? She's cute. Why do I have to be with a guy? Why does everybody like guys? Girls are nice. They're pretty. Why can't I just marry a girl? And then I was like in high school when I realized lesbians exist.
See,
So
this is why I like Redza. Me and her can sit there and talk about tits and vaginas and shit all day, and we both like,
What the fuck is this? You talk about that shit with me.
yeah, but you don't talk back like she does.
Well, true, because I
Like,
don't go out and
Reds
touch
is
them.
over here. Reds is like, fuck yeah,
Just
I'm
like
right there with you, man. I love them big titties.
I don't sound like that, do I?
No, no, that's just me exaggerating. But yeah, you know, like
It's
Reds
like
is
talking.
over here, you know, she's like me and Reds would like go to the mall and hang out and check out girls, you know. That's-
It's just like sitting over the corner here having a conversation. Like, yeah, hell yeah, neither of us are part of the itty bitty titty committee.
Nah, well, I don't know about Death. Maybe that's why she makes hers sparkle to kind of like stand out from the rest, you know, like, woo, look at me. Like,
Yeah,
that was
disco
the gift I
balls.
myself after my divorce. Okay.
that was a
Thank you
gift
very
to
much.
your neighbor whenever you were sweeping the porch.
Oh my God.
Like I was like I just kind of like knew I only grew up with like like straight sex stuff, and I was just like always just like, why can't you do this with a girl? Girls are pretty and stuff. And I was just
I
like,
am a giver.
oh, you
Death is
can. I just
totally
never
a
had
giver.
like
You know
I just
what?
never found that shit when I was younger, like all the
Even
gay
when I
stuff.
don't mean to be.
Reds, I said the same thing whenever I discovered. I'm like, wow, girls are pretty. I want to do this with girls.
Death is a giver. She has a penis.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
oh
You
my
don't
god.
need a penis to be a giver, okay? There are plenty female givers out there.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah, in Thailand.
They're
No.
strap-ons.
No, you don't need you do not need to penetrate to be a giver. It means to give like pleasure.
You
I
mean
can
a
give
top?
pleasure without having a penis. Or
Yeah, they're called fried
Well,
penetrate.
that's just
onions.
called scissoring.
So you mean a top?
Or sucking cock, guys. Come on.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no one in here
Oh,
sucks
it's
cock besides me.
disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would
Yeah,
I
see,
like?
I'm right there with Retsa again. See, this is why me and her get along so well. She's like, Cox, discuss. I agree. I don't want a dick in my face, and neither
Like,
does she. We
I
get along
wouldn't
great.
like. I wouldn't go to McDonald's for chicken nuggets. Why would I go to a random guy for one of his?
Yeah, exactly. Retsa, how old was
Girls
you when you
are
were...
pretty. They smell nice. They actually shower.
Well, I shower. Like, what the fuck? Like, that kind of feels like a low blow. I mean,
Well, yeah, that's
I
what a blowjob
shave
is.
and
You heard it
shower,
here.
and
Rawg doesn't shower.
I shave and shower and do like all that stuff.
I don't know how to explain it because I have fucked both girls and dudes. Guys just have a different vibe to them, which just kind of grosses me out.
Question,
I do
Clox
not
has
know how
brought
to
up
explain it.
Clox has brought up a great question here. Why do guys expect their dick sucks when a lot of guys won't actually eat out?
Do you know how much it costs to get your ribs removed?
I have the same question actually. Because like
I
Uh,
had the same question too
every
because
time-
I've
never
actually
understood
thought
that
about
myself.
this. Yeah, I've thought about that. I'm like, look, if you expect a chick to, suck your dick, then you got to be willing
No, but see,
I don't understand why guys don't want to.
no, but see, like the way the Clocks has worded it, it makes it sound like why don't the guys suck the dick? And my response to that is, do you know how much it costs to get your ribs removed? It's cheaper to get somebody else to do it for you.
It's too expensive, Clocks.
it's true.
Anyway, not like for me.
Hey,
Like
Val.
oral sex really isn't a thing for me.
Oh
I'm
my
not.
God.
I'm not really like into oral sex
no
one way or the other.
comment on that, Val.
Like Like,
Still
alright,
been
so
here and
so
join
for
this
me,
conversation if you want.
Yeah, like even
For me-
Valiant can answer for us. Like, what would you prefer, spending out thousands upon thousands to get 2 of your robes removed, or $20 for somebody to blow you off instead?
Okay, so here's a question: if you had the capability, would you suck your own cock?
No.
I'm not sure if I'd ever leave my house again.
Yeah. I mean, it's called self-service for a reason.
But
No, Val
if
says
you're
no.
really
no,
having-
I actually would not suck my own dick if I had that capability. Not really. But anyway, no, like, so for me, oral sex, like, I don't really like it one way or the other. Like, for me, it's just never been a thing. That's like something you do whenever you're 15. Like, and I remember, like, I was having a conversation with this one chick I was talking to a long time ago, and she's like, "Look, I don't like sucking dick," and I'm like, "Well, that's good because I'm not really into oral sex. That's like something 15-year-olds do. Like that's not really something that fucking adults do. At least,
from the
at
gay
least for me.
perspective,
I,
from the
I
gay
don't know.
perspective, very different.
Well, okay, it's a little different for you, maybe, but it's like, I mean, I don't mind it, but for me, it's not like
Yes,
a major turn
oral is
on.
part of foreplay. I
It's
totally
not
agree.
a major turn on, but like, I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, it's like part of
You
the.
haven't been with the right woman to suck your dick, apparently. God.
Again, I much prefer the vagina. It's much nicer to
We called out
put
the
your dick in.
gobstopper.
Well, like, and it's just girls are better because it's like girls are sensitive to like the smallest touch, whereas guys, you just jerk them off and they're good.
Oh my God. And
Yeah,
then
I never liked that either.
there's guys who actually jerk off so much and don't even like use any lube, so they're desensitized. And so it takes them absolutely forever to come.
For me, like, I don't need a girl to give me a hand job. I have mastered that skill myself. I don't need somebody else to come in and be like, "Hey, I'll give you a handy." I don't need that. I have mastered the art of masturbation. I need a vagina, is what I need.
I don't need a handy. I can do my own handy, and it is dandy.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's a question. I've always wondered this. Okay, what movie is that? Beer Fest, I think it was, where the one guy ends up being a prostitute and is offering like services to his friends, and he says VJ. Is that an actual thing?
A
What?
A
VJ?
ZJ, a
A
ZJ,
ZJ.
a ZJ. Maybe I can actually Google this one too.
What is that, a fucking blowjob for a xenomorph?
I thought it was like a.
I've only heard it used in like slang.
I thought maybe it was
Okay.
like a blowjob from a zebra or something. Like I don't know.
Okay,
I,
now ZJ, made famous by Broken Lizard comedy troupe and the Beer Fest. ZJ refers to the act of getting oral sex while inebriated.
how is that?
That's just called Beer 30.
I've
Okay,
heard a shit ton
okay,
of
so
stuff. I'm the first I'm hearing of this one.
okay, so here we go.
Yeah, I've never heard this before.
Urban Dictionary, zebra job. Zebra job. This is when two girls, one black and one white, give a hand job with their fingers interlocked. This becoming black and white striped like a zebra. What the
Yeah,
That was close.
yeah. This is like that time when James was attacked by the Oreo packet or whatever he was talking about with packet of Oreos earlier.
Oh, is that what happened to you, Pirate? Is that why you hate Oreos? Because you got a Z job from a pack of Oreos one time?
Wait, what? Okay.
Okay, and here's the one from that actually is from Beer Fest apparently. ZJ refers to the act of getting oral sex while inebriated or under the influence of marijuana. The Z in ZJ is a one-letter acronym for zombie. This is because while this recipient is getting oral sex, she is in a zombie-like state due to the fact that said drug has on his or her mannerisms.
So technically, it's necrophilia.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Have you guys covered the Rick James? What did the Rick James?
Rex James.
Oral
Fuck
sex
no,
performed
couch.
on a man whilst he is sleeping. Yes, that's always fun. I have to say, oral sex performing oral sex on a man while he is sleeping is great. It's real fun. And RJ. Now I gotta fucking look at the RJ.
That's a rim job. guessing.
Rick James. I will
I'm
James
pretty sure it's a rim
Urban
job.
Dictionary. Is it Val? Are you just saying a weird name for? Oh, here he is. The
Hey,
main
Val.
client.
Hey, all.
Well, this is an awkward time.
No.
To jump in.
Oh, he's been here a while. He was in the chat.
He's
Yeah,
been in my chat.
Yeah. No, the reason why it's called the Rick James is from Dave and Chuck.
Okay.
Just like what a Billy Joel is, a BJ. It's just safe for work terminology. That's all it is.
Yeah, but
Okay.
see, the porn industry is a
Rick
job.
James is rim job.
Yeah.
But see, the porn industry is a workplace, so therefore, porn is safe for work. So we could just say rim job.
Well, I mean, yeah. I was trying to be funny.
And I don't
And
want
I
to
take
explain
things
now.
funny.
Joke fell on deaf ears.
On deaf
No,
ears.
no.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it right.
And if you want to go for a rimming, you go to Rim World.
That's not true. Resda also got it.
Wait, what?
Reza did get it too. Yep.
Yeah, Redza got it.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
I can't believe we
I'm
fucking
not gonna
talked.
explain.
Okay, so
rim
two and a half
job.
hours later, we still haven't. We've hit Darwin Awards, and we didn't even cover all Darwin Awards.
Oh, you want to cover Darwin Awards? I can
Pour one out to everyone, all of the sperm cells that have been down the toilet.
Well, see, but I can't show a video on this because I'm gonna post this
Yeah,
on
we can't do
YouTube.
videos.
Well, I know you can't do videos, but you guys can still watch them, off stream.
Let's see,
Yeah.
like this one that I'm looking at is Darwin Award winner pulling a Pompeii. Pulling a Pompeii.
Oh, see, all the Darwin Award recipients that I'm thinking of all have pew-pews.
What are you talking about? I did my Darwin Award.
Yeah, you did, and
And then
Aries
it
did
evolved.
his.
Or
And then,
evolved into porn.
And then it got into my
Weird sex life.
It wasn't a real sex life. So kind of going back to that, because Redza kind of said like she was thrown a book from her mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And that-
like my mom never really said much. Like I said, she threw a book at me from the library, and it didn't really say much. It just showed a picture of a hand-drawn penis, and that's it.
Okay. Because like my mom never told me about this stuff. Like she was very like I don't.
Don't make it a
I'm on
bookworm.
no con-
Well, like my mom, like when I was like 16, she was just like, "Do you know about sex?" And I was like, "Yes." And then she was like, "Good," and then just left it at that.
Oh my goodness. See, my mom. I don't even think my mom has ever even said the word sex to me.
You were raised in a cult.
I'm telling you, she was.
I think it was my mom. I think it's how she was raised.
Your mom was the
very
cult leader?
My mom grew up very, very, very traditional, and trust me, like you're a different level.
Yep. Like, and now I have 3 girls. My oldest is 10. She started her period maybe a year or so ago. And so I tell her, okay, like this is your body getting ready for, like telling you it's ready for a that you're going to be going through these changes, and your body is technically ready to have a baby. Now, you being ready for a baby mentally, no.
Ready for a Betty?
And to
Hey, Black Betty, bam.
like, so I'm having these conversations with her and it's so hard to navigate it because no one sat me down and had these conversations. So I'm telling her, I'm like, you're going to hear things in school. I didn't go to a public school, so I don't know exactly.
You have 3 children. You are qualified to talk about sex with your kid.
Yeah.
True. But I just mean like, because generally you go off of your own experiences on when you tell them these things, and so it's just hard. So I tell her like how I raise my kids is different. Most of you know, and I've discussed this with you. I am truthful with them. If they have a question, I will give them the answer. No matter, I don't sugarcoat it unless it's with Santa, because come on, my oldest now knows that Santa is, and when I told her, she's just like, I know, Mom. I'm like, okay, cool. Woo. But
just one question.
Mhm.
Do your kids go to a religious school?
No.
No,
Okay,
Well,
not.
my middle child does.
Ah, get her out of there quick.
Her dad pays for it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yes.
And like
My
going off of
upbringing
personal
was very
experience, you can't really do things based off of personal experience because mine would be sitting the kid on the sofa, loaded up Dead Rising, stick a porn video in front of him, and fuck off for 5 minutes.
Because religious schools, because like I went
Stick
to
a
a public.
VHS tape on top.
I went to a public school, but our neighboring school is a religious school. Trust me, it goes one of either two ways. They are really, really, really innocent, or they're
Yep.
the absolute filth.
Yes.
So,
I agree with that.
I can confirm this because I dated a girl from a Christian school close to death, and one of her friends said that they pretty much intermingle with everybody at the school.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't do
yeah.
that.
I knew a girl that went to a Christian school. She ended up being a whore with like 7 kids.
Yeah, this was a Lutheran school.
Yes, Lutheran.
Wow.
I was raised
It's almost as
Lutheran.
if religion is a bad idea.
Woo!
Religious schools is where I hear the most fucked up sex stories.
Oh
Yeah,
that
again,
wouldn't
yes,
surprise me.
again. And I don't understand how Death didn't know about any of this shit being in a religious situation.
No idea. But
Well,
yeah.
it's just like
Did I miss some stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Death didn't know what sex was until she was like 20.
No, well, no. Like
She started
after
having
that,
sex
like,
whenever she was 14. She didn't know
14.
it was
I
sex.
didn't know before that moment. I did not know what sex was.
That's why I don't understand. Like, what
believe
did you
that.
think? What did you think was happening?
I thought we were just
Like,
making out.
You thought that was making out.
Technically at that time. Okay, this is gonna get real personal here. Technically at the time, I still had underwear on.
What did it
What?
just bust a hole right through the underwear, right into the vagina?
Right into
Like,
the fucking side.
Gave you the pole driver.
Like
that just sounds
That's just still
uncomfortable.
learning about sex. No, yeah,
That-
technically, I'm still. You can always still learn about
That-
sex. There's so much
That'll
shit out there
give
about
you.
sex.
I feel like he would have had rug burn on the side of his cock.
But yeah, well,
But-
that's.
Some guys are into that shit.
I don't
But
want rug
yeah,
burn on my cock.
I-
That's
I-
fucking
like-
weird.
Like, I had no
No.
idea what was happening at that point.
Okay, apparently Val likes rug burn on his cock. We learned something new about
No.
him today.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he takes the underwear off. We know this. He takes the underwear off before he starts fucking somebody. Yeah, okay. That's...
Death?
He also sounds like a firefighter. Are you a firefighter? You sound like you would be a firefighter.
No.
Oh, well, you should be a
That's
firefighter.
the one with the hole. What?
The one with
That's what he does.
No.
He gets underwear with the hole.
Hey, one of my exes had a pair of those.
Was that before? Did it have the hole before or after she bought them?
Panties, guys, Crash's panties.
Well, I mean, there was a hole there whenever I found it, so I don't know. I didn't
really
ask the
old.
history of it. No, I
But,
think they were designed like that.
Oh my god, guys, we moved on past what I was talking about. But yeah, so I am on the verge of like teaching my oldest at least about these situations. So I tell her as she learns things that she can ask me these questions. So one day, as I pick her up after school, she hops in my car and she goes, "Mom, yeah, I got a question. Okay, what is it? What does cum taste like?"
Oh, man.
Whoa.
like
That's
I said,
10-year-old daughter.
like I said,
Oh, man.
for girls personally, they're gonna have a lot of questions younger.
Thank
Yeah.
God I never had
And-
kids.
Yeah.
So like,
So I probably would have said
I'm-
chicken.
I just stopped because I think think I was drinking something and almost spit it out all over my windshield.
Yeah.
And I just looked at her. I'm just like, "What did you just ask me?" And she got a little shy about it because at this point my eyes are big and like looking at her like,
She
because
thinks
I'm
she's
like,
in
"What?"
trouble.
Yeah, and I'm like, "You're not in trouble. Like I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough to ask me this question. But holy shit, what do you guys talk about in school?" Because again, at that age, I had no idea. So I'm thinking, okay,
Oh, she-
she's 10.
Death
gotta
lived
say,
an
so
incredibly.
I have to apologize for this. That's the normal age where it starts.
So like, and that's where
Girls,
I'm
like,
starting.
just like for girls learning about it, that's the normal age where just like learning about it from school and gossip.
This
That's
is
the
therapy
normal
for me,
age
guys.
where
I'm
it
just saying,
starts.
this is therapy. Like with, so now I have to sit down with her, like, and I do so every now and then, and just like, okay, like, what do you want to know right now? Like, because this is what happens when you make a baby. It involves a penis and a vagina and
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
joint.
involve your mouth. That's right.
Like,
I'm just so
and what,
glad you're teaching your kids.
It's like,
like,
why are you asking what it tastes like? Are you asking if you need to bring seasoning or?
have them eat pineapple first. Come on now. Um, so and during COVID, I was a pure romance consultant. So that's when I actually started learning more and how sex, how
Are
much
you
there is.
qualified for that?
There's no real training. Fucking it's
But judging by your
toys.
sexual history of like
Hey,
I don't know,
at this point now, yeah, I'm great.
like
Bring some salt and pepper.
Ooh, paprika.
she's like, I didn't know what sex was till I'm 20 or till I was 20. I'm a sexual advisor or what the fuck
No, it's
ever.
not
Like,
an advisor.
Ooh,
It's
do I hit a do I detect a hint of basil in there?
I tell them how to work the sex toys, and there's extensive videos on
Yeah,
how to properly tell them
yeah,
how.
it's
yeah, you hit
called
the on button.
Pornhub.
You hit the on button.
Yes, and at that point, I knew what Pornhub was. I knew what RedTube was. When I found all these different
Red
avenues,
Tube. I haven't heard that one for a while.
yes.
Unless you have the Wank Master, then you don't need to turn it on. The infinite power
The
just
Wank
stay on all night long.
That's right.
But
We're not responsible for any injuries incurred by the Wank Master, by the way.
but so
Side effects may include carpal tunnel vision.
I sit down with her. I'm just like, this is gonna be a very uncomfortable conversation when you decide for us to have this conversation. And I have a feeling I'm gonna actually have to make that decision to sit down with her and not let her decide on it, because I have a feeling she might get pressured into a situation like I had been. Even though I had no idea I was being pressured, I had no idea on anything in this scenario. And
Here's a basic rule my mom gave me. When
mhm.
you start having sex, tell me. Even
Yes,
though
I
I
knew
never
that.
did, but that's a pretty good rule.
All
Well,
right,
see,
cool. So, Redza,
Just saying when you're starting having sex, and then my mom was like, "Okay, you should go on birth control and stuff like that."
Well, that's gonna be
all right,
awkward for me.
Redza. So, like, here's a question, Redza. So, can I like have your number so I can text you whenever I'm getting ready to have sex, and like then text you afterwards, let you know how it goes?
thanks, please.
I mean, you just said call you or talk to you whenever getting ready to have
No,
sex. So
like
I need
my
your number
mom.
so I can text you whenever I'm getting ready to have sex. And I'll text you after and let you know how it goes.
We'll see.
Like
Anyway,
my
Rock.
mom meant like at
Well,
the age or like whenever I had a partner. So
well, as interesting as this is, I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
I need to
Okay,
sleep.
later, pirate.
See you in 2
All
hours,
right.
pirate.
Thanks
Good
for.
luck with the sex.
So, but yeah, so I have to make this decision and figure out how I'm going to explain to her, because I already told her, I'm just like, when you know that, or when you think this opportunity might happen upon yourself to where you, or it might happen to where you might get involved in sex in any way, let me know. We'll get you set up beforehand. Like, I want to make sure she is already on birth control before it actually happens.
personally, I was on birth control by the time I was 14. So
Okay. And see,
I
and
was never on birth control.
Well, like
And-
I was on birth control early because of my periods.
oh, okay. See, and I'm thinking that just before high school, because in high school you get put into so many different scenarios that you don't really understand what could really happen. And so
That's
I'm
a good
thinking
idea.
it might just be a situation where I just do that and then introduce her to toys
Well, I would hate to
and
be
porn. 'Cause
anywhere
these are
near
my
your
characters, I
house
think.
whenever that conversation takes place
Oh
because,
my god, it's gonna be
ugh.
so.
Especially
I don't know
because,
how else to handle that.
especially considering the first question, it's like, okay, time for sample testing.
Oh my
I'll
god.
be here for moral support if you need.
Yes, talk to
Oh
Redza.
yeah, like I said, this is gonna be my therapy right here. You guys are gonna hear how I have to explain sex to my 10-year-old. Well,
I feel like Redza's probably got a lot of information on the toy box, so yeah, maybe.
I have a full drawer over there.
Uh,
But yeah, and I'm not even gonna tell her that she needs to use it or anything. But I'm just saying when she gets to that point where she thinks that she might need a man for that. No, you don't. You got this.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's
Yes,
probably a good call.
yeah, you got to explain it to boys. I think explaining sex to boys is kind of simpler.
Nobody explained it to me. I just found
Or
a video and
me.
figured it out.
Well,
Like I said, my introduction was like I said, my introduction was being like my introduction was getting fucking force fed a video while I was playing Dead Rising.
I wasn't force-fed a video. I found it after watching The Lion King.
Yes, your Mama Clocks. You were supposed to tell them about sex.
Yeah, Clocks, why didn't you tell me about sex whenever I was 13?
Yeah, goddamn it, Clocks. Hey, Spank.
Hi, Spank.
You could have showed up at my house and sat me down and talked to me about sex, Clocks.
I was like, wait,
Like,
I'm
all I
showing
have to
up at whose
say-
house?
And you could have just gone through it like clockwork.
TikTok mom.
all
Shall
I
we have this talk? I'll teach you.
Yes, Clocks, please join us and give us the talk.
Oh my god. Oh
Mama
my god,
Clocks,
guys.
can you tell me what it means whenever a man
I
loves a
hate that my
woman
chat
very
is
much?
not showing up on my screen.
Clocks, can you tell me how the birds breed with how the birds and the bees breed together? Because I don't think interspecies relationships work
Ad break
like that.
30 seconds, guys. Just so you know, ad break in 30 seconds. So pop out the chat, mute the advertisement, or pop out the video.
Mute the ad. When the ad starts, just mute it. On the top right hand corner, the video will pop out. If you hover over that, you'll have a little icon to click on there, and it will just pop out the entire video, and you can stretch it over the ad and add the volume back to the video, so you can ignore the ad. Once it's fixed, the video itself will pop back into place.
Apparently, Clocks doesn't know how to do it. She just said, "Ad now, you're off." Or maybe she's just
So-
doing that so then she doesn't have to explain what sex is to you guys.
My big question is like, how do you like do that as a single father to a young girl? Like that's a hard like.
Well, she has a mom. Why can't?
Yeah, just have the mom do it.
Yeah, but she's. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you see,
I'm sure you can explain it.
In or out of the picture.
Well, like, I
Well,
would say just like,
The mom is
Yeah.
in the picture.
well, like if the mom isn't, I would say just calmly talk to her, like a little bit about it, and just provide her resources for research if she has more questions or something.
There's actually like books.
like if it
That are age appropriate.
in that scenario, the simple solution is for the father to go over to the daughter, take her to one side, and say, "Remember how you felt disappointed when we couldn't go to the cinema? Just work on that, and you'll be fine."
Or you could just do what happened to me. Just give her a VHS, let her figure it out.
I have
Or just
offered
make
that
sure
to my
I meet
eldest.
every boy that she brings home and make sure to scare the living shit out of them.
Oh, what about
So-
she won't bring the bad boy home. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
true.
Yeah, the boy was raised right. You know, you won't have to scare the shit out
That's
of
why you have sniper rifles. They got the extra reach.
He's not American, he's Canadian.
Oh, that's why you got the Mounties. They got the horses for the extra reach.
All
Yeah.
I say is good luck, and I'm not afraid to go back to prison. Like, it's just like.
Man, so many
just
of
talked
my
to them as
ex's
well
dads
before
fucking
you
loved
did
me
that.
for some reason. I'll never figure that out. I had one friend. I mean, we screwed around a little bit, but like we never like went beyond. I guess.
Second base.
Yeah. Like we used to make out and shit sometimes, but like that was it. Not Death's kind of making out either, like normal making out. Uh, but like this one time,
Fuck you.
her dad and
Not with the
stepmom
teacher.
and sister were going away. Like this was back when we were teenagers. Her family was going away to like some kind of an event, and I shit you not, the first thing her dad said to her whenever like they made these plans, he was like, "Hey, can you should call Rawg and like have him come out and stay with you while we're gone because I don't really want to leave you here by yourself in case something happens." So he literally wanted me to come out because I guess he liked me or trusted me that much to stay the week long with his daughter, which I was secretly screwing around with because he trusted me. I don't understand that,
And
but
yet you didn't clap them cheeks.
uh no, I didn't.
Damn.
And that's why he trusted you.
Yep.
I was also told later on that a lot of my well, like a lot of girls in this, and maybe not necessarily my exes, but females like that I was messing around with or whatever. The reason that their parents loved me was because they thought I was gay.
You gay?
So I was like,
Snap.
Now I kind
God
of want to
damn
see
it.
a picture of how you looked as you were
Wait a minute.
younger.
Hold on. Dad, didn't I send you a TikTok regarding something, a similar situation?
Yes, you did. The neighbor. Oh my God, there was a Reddit story about how this the OP, his neighbors had a daughter and the neighbors thought he was gay and so would let them hang out. And then
Stay the
well,
night and everything else.
yep, and as they were older, they learned the hard way that no, that he's not gay when they walked into him giving it to their daughter.
Well,
That was like,
I certainly wasn't gay, but I did have a lot of female friends, and a lot their moms and dads, like for most of them actually. There was one dude. He didn't well, I mean it was their stepdad. He hated me, right? That was the only one out of like all of my female friends' like parents. He hated me. But it turns out the reason he hated me was because he was fucking his stepdaughter and threw her mom out after she turned 18. She got knocked up at 17 by this guy. He was the only one that didn't like me.
well,
The
yeah,
rest
he
of
saw you
them,
as competition for his
yeah,
Yeah,
stepdaughter.
yeah.
exactly.
The rest of them, though,
That's
they all liked me. So I guess the rest of them are getting fucked by one of their parents. So that's good. That's good.
And on that note, I am hopping out.
yeah, I think we have hit the 3 hour mark. I think we should probably scrap it at that anyway.
Have a good night, guys.
Yep.
Have a good
Good
night, Val.
night.
Later.
What do you guys think? Are we gonna try and carry this on, or do you want we'll cover?
I don't know. 3 hours. I mean, I don't know how people plan on listening to it, like in segments or what. But yeah, we might want to.
That was
I
a
mean,
little.
I'm good to go for longer, but I don't know about like you, Aries, Red Zud,
Yeah.
and well, Pirate
No,
already
I
left.
actually want to play a video game today.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just talk to them. I gotta talk to my boys. Yeah, well,
We
that's what I was
Hey.
getting at. Is like, I'm
lonely.
actually like absolutely terrified, clocks, of like having to, because I'm afraid that like my kid's mom is just not gonna do it, or
Have
she's
clocks
just
do it.
not gonna do it well, and like,
I'll give him
No.
the talk.
Just have Aries
No,
or Clock
no,
do it.
no, no. We're not talking to his father.
but not just like the sex talk. Like as soon as she gets her period, like everything. Like I have no idea what
How
I'm.
old is she?
Well, she's young still, so I don't have to. I have a few years yet.
How
but,
how old is
D-
she?
How old is she?
He is 7.
She only
She's
has
gonna
like
hate you soon.
she could start as early as 9 or 8.
Well, thank you for that.
Like,
Thank you for that,
like that now
shot
is
of anxiety.
now is the time to like start prepping like pads and stuff, and you need to talk to
Oh
her mom
god.
about it. Like, hey, because my daughter she was developing pretty fast at an age, so I knew it was happening. But sometimes the girls don't develop like that because obviously not every girl's different. So you have to be prepared for it to happen early.
Yeah. Well, and
So
she's like mentally wise, she's a little bit underdeveloped too, which is tough as well. So yeah,
yep, I
that'd
definitely
be
talked to
scary.
mom. And she needs.
Just have clocks do it. All Canadians are related anyway.
Hey,
Clocks is probably like your daughter's
Explained
great
that at one
aunt
point she'll be
niece or
bleeding from
something.
their once a month. If you don't tell, they think they're dying. Case in point,
yeah.
I thought I was dying.
I thought I was dying too, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right after swimming, so that really terrified me.
So here I was. I know the exact day. Like, this is how much trauma I have from this event. Like, I was at a Thanksgiving buffet that a church was putting on and I was helping with. I was volunteering for it. And I was so anxious. I thought I was going to die at any moment type thing because, well, I'm bleeding. And finally, so I went up to my dad and told him because I was with my dad at the time. My parents were divorced and he was remarried to my then stepmom. And so he went to my stepmom and said something, and all she did was hand me a pad. I didn't even know that with a pad that it had a sticky back to take off the paper for the sticky back to make sure it sticks in the underwear. Had no idea. So I just set it in there.
See,
Like,
at least
that's
you
it.
got handed a pad. These days, kids would be handed an iPad.
Yeah, stick that in your
Well, at least
pants.
with an
Make sure.
iPad, they could Google blood from
Most people
bleeding
don't
from
know how to
vagina.
fucking use Google. Why do you think we need moderators and admins
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but
staff?
you Google bleeding from vagina and you get
Oh
like
my
ovary cancer or like
Yeah,
something like
yeah, you have uterine cancer.
Oh no. Okay, come on. Let's see.
Just,
Let's see what
just,
the heck.
just make sure when it's her first time, it's a frickin' pad, not a tampon.
Yes.
right.
Because, like, and
Oh my
make sure it's
god,
a
it
good
does.
pad. It's gonna be heavy.
Oh my god, if yeah, bleeding from vagina literally is most from pregnancy or hormonal changes or medical conditions. They're not even it doesn't even the first thing it doesn't bring up period as the first one.
See,
So
and
even
like
as a new as
Yeah, it's because you're dying of some horrible disease if you start
yeah.
bleeding out of
oh
your
my
vagina.
god.
See, and
Oh,
then
being a girl sucks.
somebody told me too is like being a father or a mother to a son and a daughter. It's it's interesting because like with the son, you only have to worry about one dick, whereas with the daughter,
You have to
you have to
worry
worry
about
about
all of
all
them.
the dicks. Yeah,
Not if your
exactly.
son's gay.
Well, yeah, but he still can't get pregnant.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's hope not.
Well, I mean, there was that news report of a guy that did get pregnant, although he was
There
trans, but
was
still,
Arnold
technically.
Schwarzenegger that one time.
There was that one time I got drunk.
Okay. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Are hoping to be on our regular schedule of Thursday at 8 this week. Hopefully, Aries doesn't break Ireland again, and hopefully, Rawg doesn't break Vermont. So,
Well, I
I'll be
mean,
in Vermont next week.
considering how much the Irish like their cousins, they're not exactly virgins for breaking around here.
I might be in Texas.
no, Texas isn't in our time zone, so it won't be Texas.
How do you know?
Cause it's not in our time zone. So next week, let's see what Maine.
You
Counter
don't know
argument. Your
You don't
times,
know geography.
your time zone was set up by the English, so I could have it rearranged.
Yeah, good luck, bud. Good luck. Okay, you would actually figure out a way to do it.
He broke Ireland. Are you really gonna like challenge him
Yeah.
with fucking
Yeah.
time zones?
He broke. Okay. Anyway, have a good night, guys. We will see you on Thursday, hopefully.
Good night, everyone.
I'll suck your dick!
Adios.